face
is blocked.
Yeah,
It's just
down. There you go. Alright, cool.
Oh.
I think you might want to go
the
left a
microphone.
little bit because there's a lot of negative space behind
Behind.
on that side.
Behind
Nope.
us. Oh.
So we can see Paul's.
We can see a screen.
Damn it!
It was almost a genius plan.
I know. We can
let
still
me
see it.
check audio right now. Got Facebook link.
What is he planning? What are you doing when we were live?
Great thing about it.
This is too large of a glass.
Videos
Oh.
streamer stop streaming.
It's getting there.
What?
Oh,
Hurt.
so you didn't catch Louis trying to do glass music?
Streamer stop streaming. Oh no, there it is.
Oh
That's
no,
too
there's
big.
always a
You didn't
delay
catch
on
Louis
it,
trying to
isn't
do
there?
glass music?
There's like a 10-second delay.
Oh, no, there it is. Okay, so it's good audio.
Yeah.
Hearing ourselves
That's really
at like a
Twice.
1 second delay. Yeah.
I was gonna say the stream should always have like a 10-second delay, so it doesn't for live stream. I think some sources will determine how long you can actually set how long it's like, or like if you want Twitch, so you set your.
The jerk ones?
Both of them. Yeah, they're pretty good.
The zombies are okay. The jerk ones are really good.
Right then.
Oh, look at
So, is everyone ready?
Red.
My old YouTube channel.
It's-
Yeah. Our new
Welcome to
stream.
Paul Tram.
Welcome to
Paul Tram. Tram.
Everyone get on board.
We are going to be playing RILOKA, Land of the Giants campaign, D&D homebrew campaign that we have been playing for the last 2 years.
Year and a half?
You're
Year and a
not.
half?
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Almost 2 now. 2 by next year.
Well, we had a lot of.
What did we start, like January, February?
We
No,
yeah, we started about April,
Oh,
Yeah.
right at the beginning of summer,
But then
which
we
I
remember
say
we
a
had
spring month.
periods of time where we had like 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. The longer we go, the less frequently we meet.
I
3 months
know.
later.
No, and it's getting harder level 2 than level 1. So.
That's why we want to talk about closing Sundays because
Well, I mean, if
we do day set.
my rent and,
Day set.
sugar daddy me, that'd be great. But
So if anyone's looking for a good
Yeah.
boy,
Dungeon Master, thank you.
Boy.
Dungeon Boy.
Dungeon Boy!
But yes, we're going into our 16th session. A little recap of the last session. You had all come to the forest edge, in which you brought the current host of the Heart of the Forest, Sabrina, of the. Sorry, I pull up my Dungeon Master's notes here. And let me know if things are too loud. A denizen of Overkila, the lost, dilapidated town, city that you found in the middle of the forest that housed the Fey Grove of Wofi, the short Fey guardian of the heart of the forest. You managed to convince him to lend you aid as well as some other services, and he proceeded to send you off with a simple task of making sure the world is safe enough for the denizens of Onkila to return to general population. You all made your way with the help of Sabrina using transport via plants to the edge, the southern edge of the upper forest, the Trenagan forest. Making your way there, you noticed that the giants were getting headway on building some path, some way of getting to the top of the 1,000-foot cliff that acts as one of the many barriers that protects the country, the conglomeration of civilization known as Unity. Sabrina expended a bit of her energy and casted a very, very powerful earth spell that caused a landslide across the miles-long cliff edge, setting the giants back for a bit, probably a couple days, but it would not take them much time to get to the top of the cliff if they're persistent and if they are simply just persistent because of their size. You received word from Rasnoda, the tree herder, the fearful druid that you had met before when you had first encountered Ormt, the awakening tree. He took Sabrina from your charge, saying that she would be safer with him and that she should not be exposed too much to those who you are working with. He did leave you with some words of advice, but overall left you on your way, explaining your situation. You killed a giant eagle, and you found a little goblin that you summarily killed.
Future of murder.
The party ended not knowing what the next step was, with the hill giants and Goliath camps down along the cliffs with cages of various different types of animals and some humanoid creatures. You are all stuck at an impasse at the top of the cliff as the next day arises. You're all gotten your long rest, and you awaken to the sound of the cracking of wood, but not just a single tree being felled, but almost like 15, 20 trees are being sundered at the base at once. And you're just hearing coming from below down cliff. Those with higher passive perception, I believe you all have pretty good passive perception. If not, it's mainly Sasha and Freya that has like above 15 each. You both hear screams.
10 plus your.
You recognize this to be Giant, Sasha. And
Can
you
I
just,
hear anything? Because I know Giant.
Yes, you do hear them say, like, quickly, we'll be done. Before the night falls, we'll be halfway up the cliff.
They are almost there, you guys.
What?
I just heard them down there. They say they will be up here like in a day.
A day?
Basically.
Before night falls, they'll be halfway up the cliff.
At night, they will be halfway.
Then they're not going to stop through the night.
No.
Where did we stop?
You stopped, where did you guys stop? Do you guys know that there's a waterfall near you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
You could pull back to the center.
So towards the split of the
Yeah.
forest itself.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys pulled back towards there.
Oh,
Well, shit.
we don't want to be here when they show up.
No. We do need to let Parrot and Bonsai know that we did the thing.
We did the thing.
We did that thing.
What do you want me to tell
Can
you?
you can well, we don't want you to
It's
be
obvious,
finding out
right?
Sabrina exists.
I think it's obvious that we did the thing because.
Yeah. But well, we
Well,
look.
ideally,
I would think asking for
Next step.
advancement of troops,
Like,
like have some forward troops advance faster than the main army, maybe.
like a guerrilla unit,
Maybe, yeah.
if they could spare them.
oh, their fancy ranger rogue
Yeah.
sure could use their help.
I don't know how much they'll do as
I
I
think-
look over the edge.
I think at least we should let him know that obviously the heart of force was used to open a path and we now no longer have access to it. So does he have any recommendations for next steps?
And do that in 25 words or less.
We did the thing. What do you want us to do now? Do.
Path
Oh,
cleared.
Oh no.
Uh,
Yes.
Path cleared.
There is path.
So you're
I forgot what to
You're done,
translate.
Silas or Tara?
Oh, no?
Oh, those are the two.
Those are the two.
The ranger and the rogue.
Oh.
The ranger was Silas.
Excited.
and Taro is the rogue.
Excited.
The one that you talked to about hints and what to do next was Silas.
Right.
Excited.
So you want me to send to him?
I mean, we could do, but should we? Do we even notify? We don't need to notify anybody else. We just pretend they're really not fucking here.
So we don't want to
We're not
inform the troops that are going to meet us here that we're here.
like. I'm pretty fucking. They don't want me. So
But they could if the boss says don't kill them.
or that one. Yeah. How many times can you use it?
Two times, but that is my high level spell, so I do not want to waste twice.
You might be better off sending it to one of the big people, Silas and Tara.
I mean, how quickly could they get to the
We
one
have no idea.
person?
We have no idea what the fuck they are.
I know we have to have a general idea of where the person is. Person
No,
name.
you just have to know them.
You want me to ask them to come here?
I don't know what they could do.
And we don't know where they are. I
Why-
think our best
what-
bet is to
why don't-
notify Donsite that we've accomplished the task and that we are.
Additional aid is needed.
Well, yeah, because the giants are halfway up the mountain.
Yeah, let him
Good.
know.
You want to take pot shots?
Absolutely.
For the rest of the day.
Firebolt in this hand. I'll just blast on this one.
Finally, it's too far.
I don't think Fireball has a range though.
It doesn't.
I don't think your Eldritch Blast can go
1,000.
1,000 feet. Can it? Your
Okay,
Spell Sniper
it'll-
and Spear?
Eldritch
Spear
Spear.
is 6. Puts it up at what?
Eldritch Spear makes it 600 feet, and
Okay,
then
yeah, never
Spell
mind.
Sniper doubles.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so it's
You need
yeah.
12,000? You need 1,200 feet?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
but in case I do,
Like now.
Go then.
I'll be over here. I don't want to do that.
You step up to the cliff and you look down. You see that the daylight has actually cleared up a bit of the mist, and you see inset a bit, about 1,500 feet away, a large mechanical contraption that looked like it has heavy axes that burning with fire that just swings around in a 15-foot radius, just felling trees, and you see the trees are being
New
dragged
plan.
2 at a time.
Either we destroy that thing or we steal it.
Or
Or is
use
it acting
it.
independently, or is it like a giant operating?
You roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Or he's.
Oh, I'm
Oh, you
looking.
would do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
18. No,
18.
there's more. It's more than that.
18
hold on.
plus.
You're proficient at an elf, so-
21.
21. You focus and you kind of look down. You notice you're trying to look below the tree clearing as there are still a lot of leaves being settling down, and you see about 5 Goliaths are resetting and folding the blades and turning it back and resetting it and just almost winding it up like a spring action toy.
So
And you see one Goliath is standing on the top of it, pulling levers and switches. But this thing is letting off a lot of smoke and steam, and you see them shoveling coal and branches and just whatever they can throw into throwing it.
So destroy it then. We should destroy it.
So there's 5 Goliaths on it.
There's 5 Goliaths powering it, it looks
And
like.
giants behind the
And there's a
Goliaths.
Goliath up top, and he's got some levers. It's coal powered. We should break it.
How?
I have one guess.
We'll figure that out after we figure out how to scale a 1,000-foot cliff.
With the perception check, you can tell that there are at least 2 hill giants that are dragging the trees, while each one holding 1 tree each, or 2 trees each, and then Goliaths are rallying around trying to drag trees as well. But they're not dedicating full effort to that because some have to remain martial and vigilant.
Right.
So there's like at least 3 Goliaths for every tree. So then there are 3 sets of lions that are moving trees at any given time, and then 2 hill giants that are moving trees at any given time.
So we're not doing that.
And the make of this contraption is way more sophisticated than you would believe. These dull-looking Neanderthals.
What is your range on the crazy thing?
1,200 feet.
I think blasting
No,
whatever's
it's crazy.
creating.
What crazy thing?
Your
Hypnotic pattern.
Yeah.
That's not
No
too far.
way.
Too far. I think blasting anything that is building upwards
Yeah.
would be a priority because
Can't just drop something on. Well,
You look down, and at this early in the morning, you see they've already begun stacking the logs and building the structural supports of what looks like a giant ramp or ladder.
I think I hacked a couple of long trees down, but
Yeah,
not
it's
much.
scary. Why didn't you message the Paragon and let him know that we did the thing and that they're 2 days away and currently making good progress up the cliffside?
Because of incredibly sophisticated technology.
Can you identify?
Yeah, it's called help needed.
Please advise.
And done.
Send all magic.
What's now?
Urgency.
Send the big
urgency.
magic, please.
Urgency, urgency, urgency.
Okay, send a message to him.
Okay.
I will say
He's counting.
path cleared. Need assistance.
Also mention it's us.
Is Sasha?
19. Where's that?
The giants will be here in
A day.
2 days. A day.
2 days.
Okay.
Hurry.
All right. So then that's 15 words. So you have 10
10
left.
Nice.
What
Send
do
big
what do we do now?
What
Bring
do-
people.
What do we do
Bring big magic.
now? Bring people. 1 word left.
Magic.
But like all caps.
Donuts.
Urgency.
Now.
Think.
I love it.
A moment passes as you're just listening and waiting, and you hear, yes, we have gotten word that you have cleared a path going forward.
Is that Silas?
No.
Oh, this is just the
Done.
response.
This is
Okay.
done. This is done.
I just thought the ranger would show up and be like, okay, we heard.
That's I heard.
The reinforcements are moving as quickly as they can, but remember, you are not supposed to be there. You were never supposed to cross the
Outside of the
barrier.
country.
So let's just go back. They got this.
But if they're going to be there in a day, we do not have time for that. It would take them a week to get to you. Do something. I'm
I
pretty
tell
So-
to you, basically, I do not know what to do porque, oops.
So let's go to the edge of the cliff and just
Start
Okay.
Galen
Throw
just
yourself.
Galen just starts shooting.
I'll
and
just
then
start
Yeah.
shooting.
literally just shoot everything you see, and then when the day's over, you'll sleep, you'll nap, and then wake up and do it again.
Why not? I don't need that.
Well, I mean, technically, they probably already know okay.
What?
They're like, they probably already know that something's okay anyway.
Well,
Just we
maybe.
drop a cliff on them.
Off in the distance, you hear that.
Shoot that too.
Can I see it?
Is that the mom? Is that the mom?
It's about, it's like hundreds of feet on the other
It's
side.
a minute.
How many
You
hundreds?
can shoot that too.
Practice on that.
It took
Yeah.
you about an hour to walk from there to here. A couple hours to walk from the nest to where you are right now.
Oh, you still have the egg.
How's my egg?
You check, roll me a nature check.
Fuck, what?
I'm going to survive. I'm going to dexterity check. At disadvantage, because you've had yourself like attacked by a goblin a couple times. You're good at dexterity.
No, I'm not
Just
a
start
strength
taking
ranger.
shots.
Oh, that's right.
So,
You got plenty of. You got plenty of. You
Yeah.
got plenty
I
of
have
time before it
infinity.
comes towards you.
fuck off, Paul. I got an 8.
8.
Yeah.
First roll.
Yeah.
Pull it out. It looks like there's a small hairline crack on it.
Sasha, my egg.
Heal the egg.
Save it.
Um,
I don't know what you can do.
She's just
with that, we will fade from you guys as you start setting up.
Shoot.
a shooting
A
gallery.
shooting range.
About a mile away. Balthazar, you have heard the cries of a creature in distress this last night. So you, along your travels around the forest edge, you know that there is a nest near here of 2 giant eagles that have inhabited this place for a long time.
I'm not crying. This is hilarious.
You okay?
I'm just pointing. I'm like leading the eagle for you.
You guys are a mile away.
Wait, what were you guys planning on doing?
I wanted to have an egg, but then you mentioned the distress eagle. I'm like, oops.
Every eagle is someone's daughter, or sister, or mother.
Not a brother.
Not a brother.
You come out of the forest and you see, you guys killed the mother, not the father.
No, we killed the dad.
You killed the dad? Okay.
Yeah, we killed the dad.
we could do that.
You come out and you see at the nest, sitting alone is, you recognize this to be the female eagle of the pair. And near the forest lining, crumpled on the ground, is the corpse of the male mate. What do you want to do? You hear that. As it looks down, you can tell these are cries of distress. It's looking straight down at the nest, and its wings are every couple seconds.
How much higher is it than me?
The eagle?
Yeah.
Is considered a large creature. So, how tall are you?
I am 5'9".
I believe it should be at least twice your size.
No, you said how high.
Oh, how high
it's
am
in the-
I, or
no.
how tall am I?
Wait, how high?
What did you
is
ask
the eagle
me?
away from
You asked
you, or
how high it is.
Oh yeah, how?
How up in the area?
The
Oh,
vertical
it's
difference between
it's
me-
standing on its
Oh, it's on the
nest,
ground.
so it's maybe about 5 feet above.
It's on the
Oh,
ground.
Yeah.
okay.
Like you're still
Oh,
about
well,
60
maybe-
feet away from it, and
Well, it's just
its nest was built on like a, on the cliff edge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. Then I cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
You start hacking that up.
You cast speak with animals, and as you approach, what do you say?
That's all. I'm hacking sure.
I say, what has happened here?
So you kind of reach up and you press your fingers against your throat as you feel the vibrations of the natural magics just take over, and you speak, and you speak in common, but this kind of screeching sound echoes around your voice, and the eagle kind of looks down and looks up at you. They killed him. And they took one.
What do you speak of? Who killed him? What did they take?
You see she moves, and in the nest there are 2 eggs left. And there's a no sizable indent, because these are huge ass eggs. Like they're like probably like this big. And there is an indent of 1 that's missing. And she looks up. My mate. He was not dead when I left.
Yeah.
Mate wasn't
Not where I left you.
Mate wasn't dead when she left.
I smell intruders. The clutch is in danger.
The clutch.
Set of eggs.
Oh,
and she looks.
And now I have it.
She kind of looks. Oh wait, advantage.
Wait, advantage.
She looks off to the far side of the cliff, and you see the forest over the last day has actually shifted sizably to your noticing, and it's actually quite disoriented you with your tracking abilities within the forest. You've had to adapt a little bit, but she points you to where it looks like the forest has split a path inward towards the north, and she just looks towards that direction. Leslie's debating killing it.
I already told him what's gonna happen, so
I would say, let me see what I can do.
It kind of looks at you and just it's not like it bows its head, but it hangs its head low and then just stares at its clutch again. And you just can see it's a mix of fury and sadness just bubbling up in this eagle, but it doesn't know what to do right now. In its clutches, you see is a wolf corpse just in the nest.
She brought back
Probably from a hunt.
Yeah, let me see what I can do. You look towards the north?
Yeah, it looks towards the east.
East?
So the forest edge is like the cliff edge is like it spans east to west, and the path that cuts into the forest is heading northward.
Okay.
Yeah. So the cliff is north, and then off the cliff is south.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the eagle looked
Towards the northeast.
the northeast.
Yeah.
I'll just say, let me see what I can do, and I'll see if I can I'll see if I can bring your egg back.
It kind of bows its head again, and then it just huddles in and like covers these eggs. Right. So what do you do?
I set off towards the direction that he looked towards.
Okay. So you start walking that direction. Back to you guys.
Yeah, so I think if we have a stockpile of logs, we can toss the logs down, make a little mayhem, slow them down.
you meant 2, right?
Huh?
2 trees cut down.
Yes.
All right, I've been hacking the next one.
Let's get to logging.
Roll me a strength check.
Gotcha. Natural 1.
Can I?
It takes you like a good hour and a half, and it.
Can I ray of frost the trunk of a tree to make it easier for him to snap it?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, what you could also do, you could firebolt the trunk and push it off.
Ooh, the force of it. Once we have the logs.
Yes.
Well, hold on. We're gonna see if I can help him break the tree first.
I took out a
an
red
Arcana
start
check?
sharpening the blade. I'm like, must be dull.
So why are they doing that?
13?
13. You realize that freezing the water content inside the log of like the trunk of a tree doesn't make it more brittle if it's that dense. And you hear a tink as
Oh no!
the
No,
axe
I'm
is
so sorry.
slightly dented where you just sharpened it.
It's worth the try. I'm sorry.
Is that reading?
I have mending.
Um,
Does that work?
yeah, you can mend it back. It'll take you 10 minutes to cast.
How long
For
to
a
sharpen
cantrip?
himself?
10 minutes.
Okay.
Damn. Do you want me to mend?
It's fine.
He's rage sharpening.
He doesn't talk to me for the rest of the day.
So
Wait, is it still frozen or no?
the tree is now thawing out. Like it takes you.
I firebolt the tree.
No,
No, never mind.
because I was gonna
It's
try.
not worth it. You made that
I was
face.
gonna try using a maul on it instead.
I'm trying to figure out
Instead
like
of
if I need you
a blood
to
root
roll
cell
anything to make sure it
Does
like.
it catch fire?
No, it's like what are you trying to do?
Knock it over.
Catch it on fire?
A little bit.
Yeah. So
No,
yeah,
nothing.
the tree starts burning, and you all get flashbacks of warmth.
You know what? Let's
I'm
not
not-
focus
I'm not-
on the thing that I did.
I'm not
She
sure
fucked
about
with
that.
the eagle.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
I'm not
Um,
actually that scarred from this because I was just watching him when this all
Um,
happening.
the tree does begin to burn, but the thing is, the firebolt, it's not like a molten pool of fire.
Yeah.
The flames
And
just
they
disperse,
kindle.
and you see some of the leaves that are around
And
begin
these
to
kindle.
smolder a bit. You guys put it out, no problem.
Like,
But there's a scorch mark on the tree, especially since it's the tree you just iced.
Mhm.
Steam.
I know you already have two, but I kind of want to test and if you push one off so we don't somehow like Jenga stack the ones that you already have.
I don't think it will because the force of it will hit terminal velocity
Hopefully,
falling
yeah.
down, crashing down.
So
But
should
the
I?
thing about it is just getting the angle going down
Sure.
because if we roll it off, it's gonna go
Right.
because we want to do like a direct drop down, which is almost impossible to do, especially if we're rolling.
I mean, so
I mean,
here's a quick
How
case.
heavy would you say is this tree?
It's a tree.
I can't carry it.
Whoa.
After Gardak finished falling, Gardak, yeah, they're the right door. Sorry.
I'm the right door. Is there another door or not?
Tordak is the other door.
Oh.
The hour passes and Bartholomew, Balthazar, Bartholomew.
Whatever you want it to be, man.
How are you?
Barthazar.
Balamar.
Balthazar?
Beelzebub.
Beelzebub.
Balthazar.
Balthazar.
Sorry, I got that right. How do you approach? You hear about from 400 feet away.
Just like.
Shink, shink.
Do I notice someone like?
Depends if
He's
he's
stealthing or not.
Alright, is this all things
You
that I have?
see this from a distance away.
And,
And you
and
see-
sure you hear this.
Yeah, they're
You hear
standing
this
at
and see this.
in the edge of the. So the cliff edge has about
Mhm.
50 to 60 feet of clearing before the cliff because the trees don't grow all the way out to there.
Okay.
Or if they did, they were not there anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. So I see them doing this from a distance.
From a distance, you see 4 humanoid figures. A purpley looking one, a short one, and a furry one.
Furry.
Say that
A
again.
furry, a purple, and a short.
One,
What if we
That's
finish this
great.
campaign and she was just a furry the whole time?
That was a surprise.
She's like,
she was a human the entire time.
no, she's 2 halflings.
Fuck off.
Oh.
Anyway.
Sorry.
So I know, Paul, where are we on the map?
So you are
Just to-
bisecting here.
Okay.
So it's a 6-week. That's a
Oh,
1 week
so-
trek between from this edge to the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it drops down.
Yeah.
Because it's okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So, what would you like to do? Would you like to sneak up to them? Would you like to change forms?
Oh shoot.
You want to just kill them from where you are?
Like fucking sushi.
Wait, is he stealthing?
No.
He
we
hasn't
don't
decided
need-
yet.
Give the new guy some time.
Meow meow meow.
I'll offer actions if you want to cut.
Well,
Are there any animals around?
Roll me a survival check.
What werewolf?
Roll a d20 and add your survival modifier. It should be the last skill on your list.
Okay.
Survival is survival. Wisdom based.
Okay.
I believe you have proficiency in that.
keep it
Oh,
covered.
Took toughness. Okay. Gives me another
What?
4.
Yes.
Gives me-
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
I don't. I marked all the ones that I have
Forty
proficiency.
Okay. I thought you chose survival.
No, I chose nature.
That's right.
Because to compensate for it.
I can't see. That's a 19 plus 3.
You see that there are a couple of birds and a squirrel and a skunk.
Oh no.
A couple of birds, a squirrel, and a skunk.
Yeah, like a couple of starlings.
Would I have been where they are right now?
What do you mean?
Would I have been physically? Would I have
Are you
passed
familiar with
through this?
There's animals.
Oh, you when you stop to look around,
They're around.
yeah, there you see like up on the tree there are like 2 starlings, and a squirrel jumps out of the bush like about 50 feet ahead of you, and then you smell a skunk somewhere around.
I was talking about where they are.
Oh,
Would I have been where
Is
they
he familiar with that space where we're standing?
Oh, yeah, you've patrolled this entire edge before,
Okay.
and you know the area. It just looks completely different.
Okay.
Stay hydrated.
no, they just saw the rainfall.
We'll fix it. I'll fix it. Yeah, it fell when we took the cap.
And it just
No, the
frame
frame
fell down and
Oh.
Yeah.
it like fell perfectly on the molding. The frame's fine though.
Yeah, we can recenter it. Yeah, we can do that. We just need to replace it. I know.
Cardinal direction wise, where are they?
East here, like east.
East of me.
Yes.
Okay. I will cast Animal Messenger
Mhm.
on.
The skunk.
I could, but
Wouldn't we be west of him? Didn't we go eastwards and then along the cliff's edge, and that's where
Oh, you guys came out on the east, on the west, and we traveled to the east.
Yeah, so we would be at the west of him.
You
If
guys
we went
traveled
back to
towards
the-
the east.
If we went back to where the thing
The
was,
center.
we're going to move. Because I'm parked right in front of the.
Oh, maybe. Do we need to move the car?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm
parked
right in front of the garage.
That's fine. Louis can do it. Where do you?
They might be taking Joseph's car. They might be taking Joseph's car.
Just double check.
She just closed the garage.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, I think you should be good. If they needed us, they
They'll
would
call us.
Sorry. When you guys came out, on the west side of the part.
Yeah.
You guys traveled towards east. You hit the eagle first, and then you hit.
Then
part.
so we would have to go back west to get back to the center.
Okay, so you guys came out
I
like
don't know how
on
this
side.
matters.
Yeah.
You get. Oh, sorry. Is that the west? No, that's east.
Yeah,
That's
east
east.
too.
Yeah. So you guys came out here. You traveled this way.
Yeah.
You hit the eagle, then you traveled this way to hit the center.
No, we hit the center first, and then we went up to the eagle.
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought you guys hit the
No,
eagle
we hit the
first.
center first, and then we explored the cliffside. So we went east, saw the eagles,
I don't remember.
did the goblin, then we came back west.
Okay. So
Because the waterfall's
It's all
on the
north
east
for me.
side.
other side. Yeah. Yeah. You're traveling towards the west.
West.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're west of me.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's run into a different group of adventurers.
3 humanoids that's also purple, short, and furry.
Yeah, it's a complete symmetrical cliff. Like it's just same eagle's family on both sides. When you guys showed up, another set of mirror yous showed up.
Ooh, shadow.
So we're here, and you're coming from this.
I'm over there.
It's been
And you're
months,
coming
guys.
from this.
It's been months. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, just making sure they're west of me.
Yes.
I will. What are the birds?
The words.
The birds.
Oh, the starlings.
Sterlings?
The starlings.
Okay.
The small birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Okay.
They're the ones that I think like
The
take other
pigeons.
birds' eggs out of their nests.
Okay.
They're not the nicest birds in the bird family.
Yeah. But now I'm just wondering, what if they shoot these ones? if they're the ones who shot.
Hello! Stop!
Yeah, what if we just don't like birds? Is what he thinks.
You don't like children, you don't like goblins, you don't like birds.
Who says we don't like
It's
children?
not all of us.
That was a child that I didn't like.
Not children. Child.
Not all children.
It's just
Don't
one.
blanket term me. I will not be typecast. That was a brat,
I'm trying to keep an egg.
and she loves
I have
children.
an owl.
She wants a baby. All we're trying to do is have it all.
It's a baby bird. I busted both worlds. Anyway.
I earned this. I killed your father. It is my duty to raise you now.
Thank
I've
you.
made it my job.
I didn't know when the mother was getting back. Anyway.
What do you got?
I thought they were abandoned.
Well, no, but it's like an empty nest, and then like something to eat it. So.
You talking to the mom eagle? I'm doing you a favor.
What are the descriptions for the four that are
So you see
Very
a
short.
purple with like long horns from the distance that you can make out. What's your perception? Plus what?
My perception is +6.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You can tell that one seems to be wearing like a dark kind of cloak and cape. That just seems to almost reflect a bit of sunlight as he moves around. One's definitely a bit shorter than the rest, and then one seems to be seems to have hair all over their body. You can't tell what shape or just the turn. Anything, but you can tell it's about skin color. It doesn't reflect anything.
Okay. Then I'll pick.
500 feet away is not that far.
Okay, how far can an animal messenger go?
Miles.
Miles.
Okay. All right, just double checking.
Wait, we
Also,
have a
roll me a
close-up
stealth
forest.
check.
Yeah, we're all wearing our clothes in the forest.
Oh yeah, but you're not in the forest.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
on edge.
The only one in the forest is
Yeah, because
Yeah.
of many trees.
Stealth?
Well, I would have been keeping an eye out though.
yeah. So that's why I'm having a roll.
Oh, okay.
Stuff.
What is it? No, 14.
14
Plus
16.
All right. Passive perception, both of you are higher.
19.
20.
Yeah. You guys see
So then
off
you
in
know.
the distance. What are you wearing?
Common clothes and leather armor.
Just yes, like very simple, like humanoid standing off in the distance, carrying a staff.
Quarterstaff.
And then they seem to be kind of looking at the hard cliff. Yeah, with your past perceptions, they seem to be watching your crew.
Company.
Okay.
Yeah, over there.
I whip around and summon my
I'm
whip.
not.
In that.
And I just sort of look.
The whip with the rose, with the flower petals at the end.
Does it still have the cold steel on it?
Does not. They took
No,
that.
they did.
It's okay.
I took out all stuff.
Well, I wasn't. My weapon wasn't out, so I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if they got it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Animal messenger on a squirrel.
You're up speaking.
God damn it.
Speak, speak, speak.
And I'm going to send a message
Mhm.
to, from what I can see, the purple
I'm
one
the
with the
closest,
horns.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
Yep.
I guess in-
Okay. I will say, oh god, 25 words.
Is it 25 words?
For animal messenger.
Animal messenger says, let me double check. Huh. Sorry. You also speak a message of up to 25 words.
Okay.
Okay.
I will say, okay. Looking for information.
Everyone texts the same way in this world. It's like
No, it's like a personal ad. Like
the number 4.
About a missing.
I'm missing
for
that 6.
information about a missing egg and a killed or murdered, not killed,
Murdered.
eagle.
11.
14.
am near, so I would like to speak face to face.
Okay, cool.
Face to face.
I think you have one word left. All right.
From that one.
Donut.
Unless you hyphen face to face into one word. Yeah. I'm trying to think if I can.
Sign it off
You-
from trees.
From east. Am I?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
east of
east.
them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the east. Yeah.
From east.
So the squirrel jumps off your hand and begins to run off with, and you see it almost leaves a kind of green glow behind it. About a minute later, Freya, Sasha, Galen, you're all looking at this figure off in the distance. As his hand begins to glow, he drops something, and it begins. This glowing kind of what color is your magic? Green?
Yeah, agree.
Like lime green, like light seems to run across, and as it comes forward, you see it's a squirrel, and its eyes are kind of twinkling with this green energy as it runs towards you.
It's a fucking explosion.
And it's like, as soon as it notices you, Freya, you see it kind of like stops. It looks up, like from about 60 feet away, and sniffs the air and runs towards you.
Something gonna blow up on
Should I get it?
you? No. Hold.
Go for it.
No, wait. Just horrible. Whatever. Fuck.
As it gets about 10 feet away, you hear a gruff voice come out of it because it's your voice. And it says, seeking information about lost egg. Missing egg and killed eagle. Murdered eagle.
Murdered eagle.
Do these things does it take back a message?
Is it like sending?
Would you like sending?
Nope.
Oh.
It
Yeah,
delivers the
it doesn't.
message.
Would I know that?
Mm.
Um,
You
no,
can't
I don't
send
think
a
so.
messenger.
I'm assuming you wouldn't know that.
Okay. I told you.
yeah. No, it does not.
What's going on?
So,
Uh,
and it looks at you as soon as it finishes the message. It says, from east.
his name's East. What?
There's a forest PI, and it's been hired by the eagle we killed.
His name's East. What? Okay. I'll like wave him over,
You
but
see it.
keep an eye. I mean, we don't draw anything yet, but
With
someone.
I have an eldritch blast ready to go.
I still haven't
So-
asked.
So you remember how we had eagle jerky for breakfast, right?
Mhm.
So I guess the eagle keeper is here.
The-
Just like-
The other eagle hired someone to find the killer.
We have it. I have an explanation. You may not like it, but there's a reason. So.
Jerky and map. I'll take another couple swings at the tree.
You're in a slow strength check.
With jerky and milk.
Balthazar, you see the purple one looking confused for a second, looks up and then waves you over.
Then I start making my way over slowly.
16.
Not too slow.
Okay, like
16.
about like 16. Yeah, you make your way through it. It'll take you about 30 minutes to cut down the street. You see this half-orc figure approach with a staff. And he, Balthazar, you
How close is he?
about 60 feet away.
It's only within range.
He's been in
Balthazar,
range.
He's been in
you
range.
see now an elven male, a tabaxi and tiefling female, as well as a dwarf.
Who's paying you no mind?
I'm not in the tree right
Is
now.
like off in the woods, like nodding paying attention to you. He's not wearing any armor at all. He's just like a
No, I am. I have the mithril shirt.
Oh, you have a.
The mithril chain.
Okay.
The mithril chain
So he
shirt.
shows a bit of.
Or sorry, the adamantium.
So you can't be crit on, right?
Yeah. No crits.
So you see this as you approach, and you all see this half-orc approach you.
Are you East?
You west.
We sell.
Wait,
Yes, you are the yeast.
I thought you said we.
Inspiration.
Apologies.
Bridging diet being used today.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna get that much. That's okay.
I'll say apologies. I meant to say that I'm coming from east of you.
You could say the East.
Yeah,
That just makes sense.
that's fair. We could see you. Thank you. So what is your name?
My name is Balthazar,
Okay.
and as you heard from my message, I'm looking for some information.
Right.
Do you still have it out? Yeah.
Are you
It's
still
only a
there?
perception check.
I was gonna say, is she-
One bag that's like bulging a little bit.
No, she was
Big egg.
She's
Yeah, I was,
holding it?
yeah.
So it's out.
Yeah.
Look what I found.
Perception check.
Yeah,
So
so roll
It's only a
blind
perception
you are.
check.
Let's see how blind you are.
Maybe I'm
Not blind you are.
Yeah.
12.
Plus.
plus.
I mean, you obviously saw the egg, but you also smell a faint hint of ego over the air.
Oh no.
It's 18, by the way.
You smell a faint hint of like smoked or like dried game.
Oh, we did get more of that. We did, like,
Wait. When did we get meat off of it? We left the.
She did. She's.
Yeah,
She carved a bit of it.
Yeah, I was like, if it's gonna die.
Also, were we able to dry it out and turn it into jerky overnight?
Nah, probably not. You guys are eating fairly rare,
Oh, we
like
would have cooked it.
chicken tartare.
Oh.
You do smell the scent of cooked, like bird fowl.
Okay.
I just wash it down some alcohol.
Are you still eating yourself?
Can I?
Pretty much.
How expressive is your face?
You pretty
What
well,
the
if you're trying to hide
From what you see right now, like what? How do you feel?
From what I smell, and can I see the egg?
You see,
Yeah.
you obviously
I
saw
was
the
in
egg.
like this.
And-
I don't know. I might have been distracted.
Sasha, did you try to steal the egg?
Yeah.
Roll me a religion check.
Nice.
17.
You felt that there was a coldness to the egg that was growing. So you tap your hand on the crack as you see a light spill out of it. It seals up, and you feel the egg warm up a bit. And you kind of feel a faint heartbeat inside.
I keep it warm.
Yeah.
It's healed. I healed.
Sasha, you essentially saved it from the death.
I don't think that.
Yeah, you don't see. It seems fairly untarnished.
But again, how expressive is your face?
Yeah. How do you feel about what you're
I
saying?
mean, you look back like.
Are you trying to hide your disdain?
No, I just have a raised eyebrow because
Okay.
I am
Curious.
smelling something and
Yeah.
I am seeing something, but I don't know everything.
Yes.
Are you lost? Do you need something?
Are you?
No.
I know what this looks like. Please.
I can explain.
Man was dead when we got there. I swear.
No.
What's going on?
No.
You see the
You have like an eagle drumstick.
you mean an eagle drumstick?
It's garbage.
Giant skull drumstick.
Trevor, you come out with like a piece of like the breast that you guys have carved off eating.
As he's walking out. So there is an explanation. Yeah.
How?
It's like you guys never had a druid in this group ever.
I'll say, how did you get your hands on that egg?
Okay, so we were trying to travel through the woods.
I mage hand the egg.
No, we were trying to figure
Garback,
out.
take a D10 inspiration.
And I take
Oh,
with my mage
stop it.
hand. I take the egg over And I hand it to him.
You feel a slight tug, Sasha, as you feel something invisible trying to tug at your egg.
There you are.
You have to be careful. It has been through some stuff. I just healed it.
Okay. But I would still like to know how this came to be available to us.
Okay, so we're walking through the woods, right?
Sure. Uh-huh.
This is all being done in cartoon.
No,
Yeah.
it's like that the guy from Ant-Man.
Oh,
Ah,
let's go back a couple
Oh, the
days.
brand-
The one that just
Yeah.
explains things.
So what
really-
happened was,
Yeah.
So what
have you
had
seen
happened?
Spider-Man Into the Universe?
Yes.
This is what it
And
is.
everyone's introduction.
Oh.
All right, let's start this from the beginning. From the top.
So basically,
Well, I was from the door of the clan.
fuck off, fuck
It
off.
all started when.
Now you choose to get a sense of humor. Come on.
Take a D10 inspiration.
I take my meat and go back chopping wood.
Hold on, let me make sure. Wait, whatever. Oh, yeah. Yes. Anyway, okay. So we were traveling through the woods on a particular mission, and we crossed an area where was this big outcropping of rock. Yes. And I sent my animal companion, who now no longer exists because of this interaction, to investigate, and a giant eagle came out and attacked us. So we were trying to defend ourselves, which we did. And because the poor thing is now unfortunately dead, we felt it wasn't proper to just leave the dead body there. And then we found that there were eggs, and I didn't know what it was. I will do it now. I wanted to make sure that at least one of the eggs made it out okay, because roving bears, I don't know. Are there bears in the
You fought an owlbear, and you
Do they have
killed a
bear
giant
bears?
bear.
Oh yeah, that's true then.
A bear that almost killed all of you, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a while back.
A while
Yeah,
back.
a while back.
Episode 2.
Oh, was it too?
That was somewhat.
It was a possessed bear.
It was, yes.
I take it.
We've seen some things.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, what happened to your animal companion?
Well, it's a magical companion, but it got eaten by evil. So I was kind of mad. I can call him back, but it takes a while.
Okay.
We can't call back yet the eagle.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Our bad.
I know.
But if it had to die,
It
I
didn't-
just want to leave.
Its life was not wasted, as it did provide us sustenance.
Please don't raise a chicken.
So,
I feel like our guys need salt.
With alcohol.
Did eagle attack you?
Yes.
Yes, because I tried to stop it and it was just like, I need to-
She did stop it.
so it was attacking you?
yes.
Sorry, that's me asking how you got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried to be like cool and use my ranger senses to be like, hey, go chill, and it was like, no,
Okay.
exactly like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you
Oh, you tried. You tried.
Okay. We cool, you cool?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he was totally harsh on your vibe, man.
Yeah, no, we're cool.
I'll say, I don't blame you for defending yourself, but the mother of this egg is looking for this egg.
I mean,
It's sorrowful cries I've been hearing for so
It's been one night.
so long.
So long.
So long.
for the whole day. Well, since it
Yeah.
discovered me.
Well, I'm sorry. Hold. Where did you come from?
Yeah, no,
East or east, not no.
Do you just live in the woods?
Yes,
on your own?
yes.
You don't have people.
Or family? I'm sorry, I can't ask that.
Well, you already mentioned it, but yes, I do have family,
Okay.
but I live by the forest.
Not from that orc tribe, are you?
Which one?
The one about 3 days ride from here.
Is the one that I'm working is from?
Huh?
Is the
The
one?
nearby orc tribe is
Yeah.
from that
No.
one.
You are from the opposite direction. I believe the orc tribe is in the west.
So
Yeah, to us.
Well, I mean, really.
That's why you were so
Did you guys
finicky about.
introduce yourselves to him?
No.
Okay,
No.
gotcha.
So you have the egg, yes.
yes.
I mean, you're welcome to take it back because really the reason was I was worried that something would be if the mother's
I mean,
still
inside
alive.
check.
I'm not lying.
She wanted to raise
want
it.
You wanted to raise it.
I
Yeah.
want it,
But I
if the mom
don't.
wasn't
I
gonna
don't
do
know.
that-
How
So
inside
inside
check.
Yeah, go on.
Inside.
I'm not lying. But I really want it. But I'm not lying.
Wisdom.
12.
Roll me a persuasion check. for you.
I thought you were telling me to.
No.
22.
Yeah, she seems very earnest about how she really felt like she really wanted to save this one egg from not having mother
I
raised.
can't carry 3 eggs.
Yeah, we can't. We don't have the means for that.
It's not like they have 6 arms.
But there's more. That's me as a player, not
We didn't all want an
As a
eagle
player,
friend.
not
That is very fair for you as well, because I would be like, you only took one of the eggs.
Well,
It's logical.
yeah. So, if the mother's still alive, then of course. I mean, I can't really do anything with it here.
All right. I will take this egg back to its mother.
Do you think maybe mother will be in a particularly good mood now that we've brought the egg back?
No, because we ain't husbands.
How long? How long does speak with animals last?
I think it's over by now.
That's what I'm sure.
Is it a cantrip?
No, it's
no.
the first one, wasn't
It's only 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you can cast it as a ritual though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It'll take 10 minutes to cast.
I don't know what that means.
You can cast it. Instead of casting it immediately, you can spend 10 minutes to cast it as a ritual. I'm gonna say you took 10 minutes earlier to cast it rather than wasting the spell slot.
Okay.
So you still have all your first level spells.
With rituals like that, you can just keep doing that?
Yes,
Oh.
but it takes 10 minutes to
Right.
cast.
You have to have time and then the setting.
How can you tell if they're gonna cast it? At
Yeah, we'll see
it's
if
a
it's-
ritual.
This is
Okay,
a ritual.
okay. I just thought. Okay. Honestly, I don't know if the mother will be any angrier than she is now. All I know is she wants her egg back. So I will return this egg to her. But before I go, can I get your names?
Sasha.
That was in character.
Sasha's just Sasha. The taxi states her name.
Freya.
If
I'm trying to think how to work this.
Are you still chewing?
No, I'm still cutting it down. Has my tree been knocked down yet?
You stopped halfway when you saw the conversation was getting kind of interesting. You came back over.
Kind of interesting.
I want to get a feel for the character. How insight?
Give me an insight check. You elf boy.
9.
is your name
You-
or
He's a half orc. You know only a couple that
It is a
actually.
half orc. Is
is
that what you said?
He's a half orc.
I'm
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like you know that some exist in Unity, like they live within the forts
Very scared.
Demarest and Unity City, but none of them.
But I don't see my history that works, so
Yeah, not too great.
I turn back to the tree. I walk on.
He's broody, and I'm rash.
can I insight check?
Yes, you can do definitely give me an insight. Give me a deception check.
No, I'm not saying those are her names.
Can you stack inspiration?
Okay.
Give me an insight check. Give me an insight check.
Still
Let's see
insight
if you took that as their name or you took that as that's a description of us.
Okay. 13.
You figure those aren't names; those are descriptors.
Okay. If you're not comfortable giving me your names, that's fine.
I do not care.
So
So I just had a very uneventful
But
morning.
you also, you know a Freya.
I do know it, right?
the fuck?
You know a Freya?
The fuck you know, Fred?
I know it's not you,
Oh.
but I know of Freya. No, that's the player, not no.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, like a real life person?
I know the real life Fred.
No, not in real life. And then I'll say, all right, if some of your companions won't give their names, and I just ask, how long have you been in this forest?
I think 4 days now. I think right. You
It
guys
only took us 4 days?
Huh?
It only took us 4 days.
It took you a day to get into the forest, and then a couple.
We got raided.
Yep.
We took a day to get our stuff back.
Yep. And then a day
To
into
get to
Albert
the
Cave,
town.
and then a day to the town. So that's
So 5 days.
5 days.
Nearly a week.
And how long has the disturbance?
6 days.
1 day. The
We've
forest. Oh,
been here 6
major
days.
disturbances have
A
been.
day or two. We've been here 6 days.
Major disturbances.
Oh,
The
for
barrier, the crack in the barrier
Oh,
that
yeah.
you've noticed
That was like
happened
2 months.
about a month ago.
That was long.
How long did you do this? About a week.
It's been nearly a week.
So it can't be the source.
So,
I noticed a difference in the forest lately.
Garvik and I are just staring at each other.
No, I'm cutting a tree.
I'm staring right through Garvik.
What's
I messaged to
what's-
Garvik.
What is
Well,
the
there's-
difference?
What?
What-
All right, you hear a voice whispering here. Sorry, continue, Charles.
I've noticed a difference in the forest for a while, and since you've only been here for a week, you must not be the source. But I'm wondering, have you noticed anything unusual in this forest?
Well,
Well, what are the
Define
differences you
And I
unusual.
point off
say?
the cliff's edge.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
I point off the cliff's edge.
Have you seen that down there?
They point, the three of them,
As
4 of them.
As Broody
Uh,
has pointed out, I think I will
over.
show you.
You look down and you see about 100 feet of the forest down below. A forest that you've traveled before has been deforested. And there are large gray creatures seemingly dragging the fallen trees towards the cliff edge, and they seem to be constructing something. And here, there's one camp here, and as you look across the span of the actual cliff itself, you see more patches of forest being eradicated, and up to one to the east and one to the west of the one that you're currently looking at. And you get a sense that there's a lot of death happening below. And then you look off on the horizon, you see, even in this morning light, you see a billowing pillar of smoke coming from camp, maybe 50, 80 miles away, closer to the edge of the southern forest, farther than you've traveled before.
That's what they had the forest. The total forest.
upstairs, or you guys are pointing this out to me?
I just pointed off the edge. So,
They'll be here by nightfall.
What have you noticed?
Oh no, they'll be here
In
by
about 2 days.
in about 2 days.
What I've noticed is obviously the forest being disturbed as I'm staring down the canyon. I hadn't realized that this has been happening. Are you accomplices of these? I don't know how to describe it.
Does he not know what giants are?
The people down
Invaders.
Yes.
Yep. Give me a
no, we're not.
give me an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence check to see if you know what these are.
I'm adding my ability modifier.
Yes, intelligence modifier.
Okay. 13.
This is some things that you've heard of before in passing when you have been talked to, with the things that you've been taught in your youth, that there are creatures larger than like most humanoids that walk and rule over the rest of the land south of here. These giant creatures have thralls that serve under them. Some of them are ruled by soot-covered short beings, and others, some of them rule over soot-covered beings that are short and stout, that normally have been the enemy of your people. Or some of them are gray folk who are akin to the lowest form, known as Goliaths. You know of the existence of giants. What you know about them is very limited.
No, we're definitely not.
We're trying to stop them from reaching. We won't stop them. We're trying to stall them.
Would you like some help?
Absolutely.
If you're
I'm
going-
Galen.
Is that feeling? I'm missing a word in my head. Hold on. Is that feeling shared between all of you?
What feeling?
That we're not with
That you
them.
want help?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you're willing to get of course. We're only we 4, so I need extra hands of help.
I messaged to Garbeck.
He's gonna say it.
What can you do?
I can help.
That's getting ballsy.
I flip my hatchet and I hand to him.
Not in that way.
Are you magic?
Somewhat.
He sent a squirrel to talk to us.
I thought it was gonna explode, that's all.
Are you druid?
Yes.
Okay, you're fine.
How long did it take me to get to get here?
About from where you saw the eagle, about a couple hours.
Yeah, it's fine.
How much time do you think it'll be before they get out of here?
About 2 days.
Max.
Max. Well, unless we keep stalling them.
Then I
We'd
have
like to make them wait a week.
Then I have some time. I'll return this egg to its mother, and okay. I'll return this egg to its mother and speak with her, and I shall return. If that's all right.
That's all right.
Sure, go ahead. What time is it now?
It's hitting roughly about noon. Garback, you've felled about like 3 trees at this point.
As he's walking away, I'm just gonna yell after him. Should we save these or can we use them for ammunition now?
Do I hear
Yeah.
No, you know what? I
He's
messaged that to
He's
you.
yelling to you.
Oh yeah, you hear a yelling like message in your ear.
I'm not seeing him again.
Will they be able to hear
You
me?
can just respond.
You can respond to that.
Oh,
You can reply to that message.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Those are fine. And I keep walking.
What does that mean?
The trees.
Those are fine? I asked a yes or no
I
question.
crack into a new tree.
Well, we've got a few. Let's just shove these down on the way too.
Uh,
And I really don't know what he can actually do. Except send a weird squad.
Let's try this out.
Can someone grab me my Dungeon Master's guide?
I would like to try to splinter some of the bark of the wood.
Yeah, so it
I
can catch
stuff,
fire.
yeah, and also stuff like kindling in there.
Alright. It takes some time. Roll me a survival check and just to see how long it takes.
Survival 21.
21. All right.
I just want to do like one, like to test it out.
By the end of like lunchtime, you have 5 trees set up. It takes you about like 30 minutes to splinter them and stuff them with like some dry leaves, and you're rolling them to the edge of the cliff.
Yeah, I want to sort of prep one by it, and then the other ones are like maybe like 20 feet away.
All right. So with everyone's
How long did
help,
it take him to do the one?
30
to
minutes.
do all 5 of them, it
Okay.
took about 30 minutes to splinter them. But you guys are
And
about,
stuff some kindling?
like
Yeah.
right after lunchtime. You got have fun. With everyone helping,
Yeah.
you've set up the logs to roll off like one after another if you need to.
But aren't we kind of helping them?
There's that concern. If it's stacking.
If they stay, but the hopes I think here is that we
to
catch.
knock out the support.
But
Right.
they will still use that to use.
No, they'll
Pretty
be on
sure
fire
I'm
when
pretty
they
sure
go
this
down.
log will not last the fall of it. If
It's
anything,
a
it'll
thousand
turn
foot
into
drop.
kindle for whatever the whirling machine is.
Sasha, roll me an intelligence check.
You think this plan is genius?
Cast senses.
Intelligence?
Yes.
7.
7.
Okay. Good idea.
Sounds good.
Whether or not it's going to work, you don't know. It's not a matter of you believe them.
I
It's
can
what-
do
you
both.
don't
I
know
can
what's gonna
light them
work.
and fire them.
You don't know what the physics behind this is
Yeah.
going to be.
I guess you don't really need help lighting
What do you mean fire?
Like
Or
we
just
can
roll
light
them.
them and then. No, I mean I can give them force.
No, as it's dropping, you can light it.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean I can like.
No, because then he might miss it and there's just a falling log.
Fucking-
No, I mean I can. Well, I thought we were gonna Eldritch Blast them to like give them some air.
Do we want?
No, the Eldritch Blast would destroy it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It wouldn't push it off, would it?
It's force damage.
So
It would help push it off.
Or, no, it would damage it, wouldn't it?
It would just the force damage would push it a little bit, but it's not going to push. It's like doesn't have a shove.
Yeah.
okay.
So I need to roll.
Roll everyone who is. I'm going to say with you 3 trying to come up with this plan. One person roll with advantage on an intelligence check and try to figure out
Me.
what's the best
I-
thing to do for
I
this.
got 0 on intelligence.
I have a
Unless you trust my
Uh,
notes.
No,
Unless
I
you trust in my
0.
soldier
I have a
background.
plus 3.
Okay, so
Oh,
we
you
take
do
advantage.
With advantage?
Wait, so all 3 of us are rolling.
No,
Only
just
one of us.
Only one person rolled.
Only one
Okay,
person.
yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be 21.
21.
Yeah.
You figure out that you should probably get it blazing before you push it off the
Sure.
edge,
I can do that.
so that it basically is going to not add a log to the thing, but basically it's a siege bullet.
Are
A
there
flame.
other places on the
Like
logs
1,000 feet.
that we can put handholds on?
Huh?
So when we light it, we're just lighting the kindling. It's not all gonna go ignite in one big thing, is it?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say I can be the one to push it because I've got resistance in case burn damage is an issue.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I can light them.
Yeah.
You'll light them and we'll just push it off. Just light the middle, we'll be on the edges, and then we'll push
Yeah.
it off.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
cunderstand push my hair, you know.
Oh
yeah, I
yeah.
understand.
fine.
The singe, of course.
Just
The
keep
smell
an eye-
alone.
Just keep an eye out for East, was it in his name?
Did he
Bartholomew.
tell?
Balthazar.
Okay.
Oh,
Beelzebub.
gotcha.
Beelzebub.
Yeah,
Okay.
what I'd like, well, it's a cantrip. I can use it anytime. I'm gonna try and light the middle one and
No,
see if
you're lighting the middle of it because it's a log. So you just
we
light-
have 5 of them, right?
yeah,
No, I
but we're just doing one at a time. let's just
Okay,
try
let's
one
try
right
one.
now.
Okay,
Let's
all
see
right.
how. it goes.
I fire a firebolt at it.
Okay.
All right. You
How
fire a
do I do this?
firebolt at it with the kindling and everything kind of set up the way that Garback has splintered it.
Well, can I Sacred Flame just to help?
Yeah, sure. Without having to make any saves or anything like that, you see the same thing. The radiant damage singes it a bit, and you kind of fan it, and you see it begins to smoke a bit. Because it's radiant damage, it's not pure fire damage. It does get it singeing, but it's not like doing much as the firebolt hits. A couple of these spark and begin to burn in.
It is more powerful because I'm past 5th level.
Yes, so you get 2 bolts, or is it just that's a higher?
No, it's just a higher amount of damage.
It begins to spread out from the center where you hit it. As the leaves begin to burn, you see Garvak's vents that he cut into it begin to glow red as it sucks in air, and this thing starts spreading pretty quickly across the lawn.
Okay, let's go.
Heave ho.
Wait for it to be like maybe like 60%
Okay.
of the log,
Engulf.
and then we'll push it on.
Well, so.
Yeah,
Not
we-
pushing.
we
We're
both
both pushing the edge.
Oh, the O. Okay.
Do you
Okay.
want to roll anything or just push?
We just push it.
Anything we need to roll or not?
Who's pushing?
We're both.
From the
We're both
edges.
putting the edge.
On 1.
Yeah.
Not one yet.
Yeah, both of you roll.
For
Roll.
As strength, athletics at advantage.
Oh, okay.
Thank God.
Much better than you.
26.
26.
Athletics 20.
20. Yeah, both of you do it as the flames are getting higher. You both take 1 point of fire damage,
No, she doesn't.
rounding down.
Oh.
So she is resistant.
I'll take one.
Takes no damage. Garvac, you take 1. Yeah, the log. Where are you trying to push it?
I think you guys wanted to hit the base of
Yeah, the
where
base
they're
of-
like kind of sort of stacking
The
the
structure.
structure.
Like one of the sides
So,
that would
With the cliff shearing out just a
Yeah.
bit, you have to get enough push so it
Yeah.
doesn't hit the cliff and bounce
Yeah.
off. One of you roll a strength attack roll. No proficiency because this is not a weapon that you're proficient in.
Why? Oh, because you're using the log as a weapon.
At advantage with someone's assistance.
Wait, so
Advantage, strength attack roll. No proficiency.
With
It'll be you.
it's gonna be a straight roll. You're not gonna have disadvantage because you have someone helping you, but it's basically trying to get the accuracy just right.
so straight roll advantage with my bonus, but no proficiency
Yeah. So
Yes.
D20 plus your strength mod.
at advantage.
No advantage because you would have had disadvantage because you're trying to calculate all these things at once. It'll take finesse.
You have your inspirations. Is inspiration called before?
You can
Does
you
it
have to
succeed
call
or-
it when you use it.
I'll call it.
17.
17.
Yeah.
Okay. Galen, you're eyeing over to the cliff as Garback. You're kind of patting your hands as they're kind of burning a bit. Sasha, you're also eyeing over the cliff, and you both see the trajectory saying straight down as they have built up about 150 feet. You see it as you hear screams all over in giant. You're move, get out of the way! It's coming down. Dealing.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can each roll 6d6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Each of us?
Oh.
Yes.
What the?
Oh, I bet you you're only doing 6.
Actually, so here's this. Garback, you roll 10d6.
Okay.
You roll 3d6 fire damage.
So that's going to be 14 fire damage.
Okay, 14 fire damage.
So that is 7, 10, 17, and I have 3 more dice too. So 17
Ooh, nice.
plus 11 is 28.
28.
Yes.
28
Bludgeoning.
bludgeoning
Plus 14
plus
fire.
14, so that's
So that's 42.
and then
You can add fall damage.
I think he's doing it to the math of that.
Mhm.
HP plus strength.
you see at least 50 feet of the structure tumbles off but that's the 50 feet that also caught flame. So the structure itself doesn't start
Yeah.
burning; it just falls off, and you see them now scrambling. Let's see.
I light the next log.
I start moving the next one in place.
Wait, they're back to back.
Huh?
Back away from the edge.
In fact, you know what? I want to light all the logs. I want to rapid fire these. Why give them a chance?
Fair enough.
Sasha, you see two Goliaths are crushed by the
structure.
the tumbling structure. As the giants are now looking up the cliff, you guys light another.
Well, I think I was moving the next log into place.
Okay, moving the next log into place.
Mhm.
As soon as it's ready to go, I'm gonna.
All right, doing the same thing. Strength checks from both of you. Straight rolls.
Oh, not so good.
6.
9.
6 and 9.
Yeah.
All right. So this time takes a little longer as the log is burning. You take 6 points of fire damage each. And whoever's rolling for the attack now roll at disadvantage because you're not getting the same push off the cliff.
That's a 1.
Oh,
Natural 1.
1.
That's a natural 1.
As you are pushing the log, you hear the cracking and popping of the bark as you know this log's about to split. And just as you're about to push it, it splits in half down the middle as the flames are too hot and it's just splitting the wood. And before you can roll it off, it splits into 2 pieces and it does not get trajectory to go off. One half flies off the actual cliff, but the half that you were pushing rolls flat end down and is now burning in front of you. The other half is going to fall with no strength bonus. It rolled a 5. It hits the cliffside, just lands in the middle of the forest as they've already retreated back and made a clearing and lands in a pile of rubble. So,
We may as well just get rid of the rest of these, honestly.
Can I just make sure there's nothing else like kind of in our area?
yeah. So give me a perception check as you're looking down.
I mean, if we take some of
21.
it out.
21. You see out of the forest, one of the hill giants seems to be carrying what looks like a ballista, but just slightly smaller. And it's heavy and it's trying to like hold it up. As it's aiming it up, you see a Goliath. 2 Goliaths are actually loading it, pulling it back, and they seem to be looking at roughly where you guys are standing. They don't seem to have bead on you. Yeah, they don't seem to notice any of you, but they're aiming exactly where you guys are pushing the logs off of.
Get back.
okay. I don't know any of that.
She says, "Get back."
I'm backing up.
But it'll be
Get
high
back.
enough
They have
now.
ballista. Get back.
You see a large ballista bolt just clear the top of the cliff and land in the forest behind you.
Can I run like I don't know my full movement speed doesn't really make a difference at this point. We're not in combat, right? So I just want to run like I don't know, like 200 feet away from where we are, and sort of like create a shimmer, like make it seem like that's where we are.
Using.
Prestidigitation.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana check. See if you can draw their attention.
At least 20. 20.
All right. So you focus and you pull and focus your energy into the brightest light you can possibly think, and you emit a shining light from where you're standing.
I kind of wanted to make it seem like flames.
Oh, so you
Like we
It's
were
a
lighting
5-foot
them there.
smoke or
It's a
something.
5
Yeah.
puff of smoke
Yeah.
that appears around you. They're going to roll. You got what's your DC? Spell save DC?
14.
14. Check something. Sorry, give me a second.
It's okay.
Okay. Sorry.
You like beer, man.
Yes,
Oh, I'm sure they've heard me chipping on the chips.
It's
Gotta
fine.
do it like beer. Just hold it in hand.
Yeah.
Hold the cup in hand.
Yeah.
Oh
Galen, as you're standing there, what's your AC?
Oh, okay.
Obviously, I was gonna run away after I did it
Well, it takes them some time
to load. I figured.
to load as you run. There's going to be a 50% chance it'll hit you.
Okay.
What's your AC?
Oh, this is just
15.
blast to the ground.
15.
15. So that's
Okay.
the roll is 7.
Oh.
So as you turn to run, because you ran 200 feet away, it
Yeah.
took some time. So Sasha, you saw them, but they turn as the giant looks over and sees the smoke coming from one side. You see Galen standing there as a puff of smoke appears. He turns to run, and before he can even get away, you see the ballista releases out the shot, dealing 3d12.
Oh, maybe okay.
That is
Oh,
9,
no.
Wait, I thought they rolled a 7.
7 plus.
17.
Oh.
Yeah, and a natural 20 at disadvantage. So 9, 16, 16,
Well, he could have been dead.
16,
If they got that 20.
16, 21 points of piercing damage as the bolt clips your shoulder, and you feel blood just start dripping down your shoulder as you retreat back from the cliff. And you see them.
Heal him.
No, stay where you are. I'm gonna stay where you are. I'll be right there.
Off in the distance, about a couple hours away.
Meanwhile,
You see
Balthazar, you return with the egg and you give it to the eagle as it bows to you. It kind of brings the egg in and just turns away from you and like huddles down onto its nest. Off in the distance, you hear a loud. Do you let out a cry when you get shot? I mean, you're in shock. Like that.
yeah, I didn't think I was gonna hit for that many.
It's
points.
a large hit. You look over and you see.
For flavor and because I'm a very prideful character, he went.
crush over.
With your crushed shoulder, you go.
Don't move. I'll be right there.
Yeah, it'll be hard to use your offhand right now.
Okay.
So anything that has somatic movements, because you can't use both hands, it'll be a little bit more difficult to cast.
Okay.
So which means Eldritch Blast, you can get one blast offline, but the second blast is going to be disadvantage. You see shots coming out from the forest. These look like ballista bolts the size of tree branches, like that are being shot off.
You can see that far?
He's perceptive. Yeah. So back to you guys, and it's not like it's hidden.
Yeah.
You guys are on a cliff edge. Back to you guys. Sasha, what do you do?
Well, I want to heal this guy, but he says no.
Well, I drew their fire away.
So,
I can make it back. Like they're not gonna fire. You know.
So it's. I mean, let's do it. So it's your guys' turn. Initiative. What do you do?
We need to get
We'll
out.
fall back from fall back to at least to the tree line.
Fall back to the tree line to a different direction. We don't need to be anywhere near that smoke thing that you did. Also,
Well,
you're bleeding out.
if we're beyond if we're in the tree line, they don't have a thing, so we're fine.
No, but they know that we dropped it directly on the
Yeah.
thing.
But we can use those things to go back at them.
Well, we have to wait for that half to burn out. That way it'll be easier to move. Because I don't think you just.
Let's just wait
I thought
until
about
he
it, though.
comes. He
It'll
gets
take
back. Let's wait.
No, let's just go back and regroup.
You're just moving a flat surface like
Right.
this.
I mean, as you guys are talking, another shot goes off at the area that you were standing at, Galen. Actually, the smoke's gone now.
Yeah.
They aim back towards the area with the fire.
No, not what I thought would happen.
My bad. You guys retreat back. It's
Yeah.
going to shoot blindly.
We're back like at the tree line now. So we're 50 feet from the cliff's edge.
Yeah. Another shot just hits randomly somewhere in the forest.
Goblin's like, ah, fuck. My shinies. Shinies.
Yeah, you guys make it back, and you see for the next 10, 20 minutes, just every 10 seconds, another shot.
Is the forest lighting?
Hmm?
No, these are
No, these
just,
just
just
bullets.
bullets.
Yeah, they're just
Can I go?
Yeah.
Is there any near us that I can go to?
Yes.
I just want to see the
landed,
conditioning.
Like, let's see now.
I want to see like the conditioning. Of the
Dude,
50,
5 feet away.
30.
3 zeros.
Oh, nice.
What?
30 of them.
Garvac, you turn to run towards the closest ballista. As you guys are huddled in the forest, Sasha, you're healing Galen. Did you heal Galen? He came back to you guys
Or
already.
cure wounds. I mean,
Yeah.
She
So-
thought about it.
Casting cure wounds on him. Go ahead and roll for heal.
Because you tell me to wait.
Now's the time, please.
No, you're casting. You don't do
You roll your
What do I do?
healing
Yeah.
value.
D8
Oh, it's a D8?
Yeah.
Plus what?
I forgot.
plus her wisdom.
Which one's the. This
It's
one?
the dynamic.
Okay.
If you want to roll for it, you can.
Side plus your wisdom modifier?
So.
Wisdom
This
15. So plus 3.
one? Okay.
So-
So 8.
I have a healing. I still have a healing potion on me. Yeah.
You should.
I would not use a potion if you want this.
Yes, sir.
As Sasha is healing you, Galen, and you feel the wound setting and healing up, you hear a ballista go straight through Sasha's sternum. It rolled a natural 20. It does 36 points of damage to you.
Wow.
Okay.
As you see, Sasha immediately spits out blood, and she stands there impaled by the ballista. Garvac, you turn just as you grab the ballista. It's the size of a branch that's been whittled down, and they've sharpened the edge of the point and added, basically, fletching to
around.
fetching to so that it could fly better. You turn and you see that Sasha has been impaled by one, and it's basically stopped right before it hits Galen.
Where are you at?
I'm okay.
You're okay?
Is she? Damn.
Are you?
I mean, I have 42.
I rolled the first one was an 11, like for damage, but it was cocked. So I re-rolled that one.
I have
These are blind shots.
These are blind shots, but rolled like a 0, which is like a crit to hit essentially on percentile,
Okay.
and
There were 3 of them?
that negated its disadvantage.
Oh, I see.
It was just the
3
one.
zeros? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was 3 zeros on its.
I have
Percentile
6
die.
left.
Okay, I'm gonna grab her and drag her back away at an angle. We're heading further east,
Yeah.
and I'll cure wounds her while I'm doing it.
As you guys move farther back to a defensive position into the forest, you get behind trees and behind as what covers you
Plus
can.
6?
You see some of these ballistic shots have either splintered onto trees, some of them have impaled themselves into trees, but none of them have been able to break through because it's a log. They're
Yeah.
not getting that much distance.
That's right.
These aren't iron tipped; they're just sharpened and shot. It's just a retaliatory strike. It seems like.
I'm heading at an angle further than the tree line, so that way if they do get through, they're more likely to pierce a tree than they are one of us.
Yeah. Okay, so you get farther into a sharper angle away from that area.
Yeah.
Balthazar, do you do anything with the eagle before you leave it?
I try to speak with it.
Okay. It turns to you. And
I will say, sorry, hold on. I'm looking at my well-shaped stuff.
oh, no problem, no problem.
I can't find the druid section. There it is.
What can I use inspiration for?
But practically anything. You just any skill check. You just
Have to
skill
call
check
it
or
first.
attack roll or saving throw.
Okay.
So you just need to call out that you're going to use it.
So I try to speak with the eagle again. I say, I've returned your egg, and I've spoken to those that have taken it. From their tales, they say that they wanted to ensure your egg survival, but they also had to defend themselves against your fate.
You see, she looks down at the egg and looks back up at you. The egg is unharmed, but if they return here, they shall pay.
I shall pass on the warning.
Thank you, Wanderer.
Then I start leaving.
All right, you leave and you head back towards the party.
Can I wild shape
Yes, into.
into
See
a
your
war
hand.
horse
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Nice.
and make my way there? Well, I'm assuming faster than I walked.
Yes. So you stay on the edge of the near the edge of the cliff, but far enough in that you're not seeing off the edge. So nothing has sight lines at you, and you run back. It takes you about an hour to get back to the area where you saw the party. But you notice that as you get back, as you get closer, it's littered with ballista arrows that are, or these large sharpened branches that are piercing to the ground, and it almost lines into there's about at this point 60, and there are no shots being taken anymore. It's just lining in. In the forest, you all see a warhorse. As you approach Balthazar, you don't see the adventurers that you were with earlier. You see a log smoldering at the cliff's edge, and then logs lined up that are kind of pierced with, two of them are pierced with ballista bolts.
So we see.
We've met some druids.
Yes.
Would I know would I?
You figured
Know
this is
enough
not
to
a place a
expect.
horse could get to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna message the horse.
Okay.
Balthazar, we're in the tree line. You need to get over here. Not doing great.
All right, Balthazar. Sasha, you took a huge hit. What do you do?
Oh, I'm just like,
You're chilling.
Passing out.
Did you heal her?
I did a
just
little
doing
bit.
that.
What'd you give her?
Now we have
Just
6.
you're not too happy with things right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whose fucking pony is that?
You
I think it's
swear to
fine.
God,
I
in the
know.
moment of being pierced, you
Of course.
saw Anubis for a split second.
Oh shit!
And he was like,
And he was like, "Oh shit!"
That's a
And then the pain just fades after she heals you, but
Okay.
you still feel yourself drained as
Oh
you
yeah.
look down. You're just covered in blood down your sternum. Balthazar, you get the message. You turn back into your normal form.
Mhm.
Really can't force into a horse.
Thanks. Something. Okay, then I turn back, make my way into the forest.
Okay.
And
You all see the druid known as the half-orc known as Balthazar approach you.
what happened while I was gone?
we set a log on fire. We threw the log down. We killed some folks.
They got mad.
Shot.
They didn't like it. I got shot. She got shot.
We're regrouping.
And Galen,
Uh-huh.
correct? And Sasha.
She's trying to lick herself.
It's like a cat that's just not having it right now.
Yeah, she's like not talking, just like
uh,
trying to breathe correctly.
I assume you need more healing.
If you can, I can only do so much.
Well, since I don't know you that well, I'm gonna ask again. Would you like some healing?
Yes, please.
This one has rolled 2 natural 20s.
What is it?
Nice.
Can I see it?
I
Throw
will
out the window.
Spit on
cast,
it.
Throw it down the toilet.
This will break the window. If you
Flush.
throw it out the window.
I'll cast Cure Wounds.
First one?
Let me see my spell slots. I'll cast one. Yeah, at first level.
Alright, so 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier.
Handy. D8 plus wisdom?
Yep.
Oh, wait, hold on. Not you. Hold on. Wisdom?
Yep.
That's an 8 plus 3.
So 11 points back.
11 back.
Cool.
To you, Sasha, as you feel the wound close a little bit more as your lungs are less tight and they burn a lot less now that you feel them less punctured. You know, people really like lung piercings. You went for it.
I just kind of mouth thank you. You still don't hear anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Galen, would you like some healing?
I appreciate it. You should save your space slots. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I mean, so it worked. Now what? We can't do that.
I mean, you could.
We could.
Ill-advised.
Be one of our.
It was a good plan.
It
It
was.
set them back about a day
Really? That far?
because they have to wait till they have to clear the rubble. They have to take out anything that's been destroyed and damaged. Like Sasha, you'd be able to tell this just because you saw them doing it earlier, building it up, so you know their progress. But basically, you've set them back enough to maybe give yourself an extra day in this area. And this is the main, like, the closest one to the center.
I don't tell them that like now,
You're still
but like
Angry
way
cat.
later.
It worked. But what else are we gonna do?
Did you have any ideas? You seemed keen on helping us.
Oh, me. Sorry.
That was all.
You, yes, you.
Well, I was going to ask what you know of them before I saw this.
They have quite advanced machinery, technologies that I haven't seen. Haven't seen before?
Not in this scale, no.
I have not seen before. They're cutting down trees with a monstrosity of blades the size of
Like, they're probably the size of trees.
trees.
Okay. Man, we're on a roll today.
Oh, man. You can give me an intelligence check, Galen. Yeah.
Not my strongest suit.
Yeah, that's fine.
9? No, that's a 6.
That's 6.
Okay.
Her third big machine. Me
Cuts
scared.
down trees with blades the size of trees.
It sounded as dumb as I am, so Galen is not a smart individual.
So the things that they fired, are they made from wood?
They seem to be ballista bolts that have been fashioned from
Like
branches that they've cut off the trees to get them into proper logs.
hold on, I'm looking at my plant drawing.
Oh, yeah. Yes. The spell I was afraid of. Because I was also looking at plant drawing before this session.
Because I'm wondering, would I be able to cast plant growth and make that, well, wherever the
Branches.
shot, yeah, like make them regrow into more
Trees.
trees. Essentially, as more coverage.
You can make things. So let me read the spell. So you're a druid.
If cast as an action, choose a spot within range that you can see. All plant life within 100 feet of that spot becomes thick and overgrown, and creatures must spend 4 feet of movement to move 1 foot. If cast as 8 hours, you enrich the land within half a mile.
So what I'm wondering is,
So you want to use a 100-foot radius to cause those branches to sprout and become trees.
but in general, what I'm wondering is if I cast it, will wooden things, because they're not planted anymore, will it still be able to grow?
It's roll me. You can cast it. I'm gonna make you make some rolls to see if it works.
Okay.
Like, what is your intention? To regrow the forest in this area?
Well, for right now, it's more coverage for us
Okay.
up here.
Okay. There's from you coming into this area, you've noticed that there were probably roughly about, if they shot one shot for every 10 seconds. Oh, that's really fast. One shot for every 15 seconds for like 30 minutes straight. There were about 20 to 30 scattered around in the clearing. Most of them went far into the actual.
Yeah, because they were blind shots.
Yeah. So like 80 to 100 shots went straight into the forest. So in the 100-foot clearing, you could probably try.
I can try.
Yes. I don't want to say how you're going to try it, but I'll let you try.
Wait, what did you say my range was?
It's a 100-foot radius. So it's a 200 diameter circle.
Okay. And it doesn't have to be centered.
No.
You can choose. You can choose a spot within 100 feet of you.
Yeah, a spot within 150 feet of you
And
to
then
cast.
100 radius around that.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll give that a shot.
Okay. So
You can't stick on it.
I like that you knew
walk
exactly
up to
what I
the edge of the forest towards the clearing as you see Balthazar walk up with the staff in hand. He begins to mutter something in druidic language none of you can understand as the tip of his staff begins to glow. Yes?
I've just had a thought,
Okay.
but it's out of.
Yeah, we'll wait until we finish this. The tip of his staff begins to glow green as his hand also begins to glow as he mutters something. You see these runes that you've seen before etched on the body of Ormt begin to pass out and appear around him as they fly out and create this large circle around the clearing. Balthazar, I need you to roll me a nature check to see if you can reach into the draining life force of each of these branches to see if you can get them to sprout root and plant once again. D20 at your nature check.
Okay. 20.
20. Nice. As you see him casting, each one of these runes that fly out from his lips and glow lands on one of the ballista bolts. And as they land, you hear crack underneath it. As quickly they begin to spread in diameter, the ground almost crumbling and breaking underneath each one, bark immediately growing on it. The grass in the area grows heavy and thick and dense as vines begin to grow out from the forest, climbing out and over the cliff edge, down the cliff edge itself, as a 200-foot radius. This area becomes thick shrubbery as the trees grow out to be about a 10-foot diameter each and sprouting up to fully grown oaks, roughly about 10 feet tall each, and the vines seem to cascade over the cliff edge. You figure that you've also affected about 100 feet down the cliff edge. That there are now vines and shrubbery that are now growing out of the cliff at the top. That might add a small canopy outlook.
Well, hopefully that will provide some coverage.
So now the area in which you're in, the 100 feet where you're standing in, there's an overhang of maybe 50. No, that's a lot.
No.
About 5-10 feet of foliage that just juts out and then cascades down 100 feet.
That can sustain weight.
You don't know. This seems very overgrown, and the vines are basically anywhere between this thick to about this thick.
Those animals are
100 feet now.
if they can get up high. But we won't be here when they do that.
About the Tsar, that was really cool. Thank you.
No problem.
What now? I don't think we can stay around here.
I don't want to try that again.
Do we still want to try to find a way down?
Love it. How big of an animal can you be?
Depends on the challenge training of that animal.
I think like one of the biggest things at your current level is a warhorse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Is it
So
what?
I actually
Horse?
transformed
The warhorse.
I transformed into the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I don't think we want something that sticks out anyway, to be honest.
Want to phone a friend?
Do they have friends to phone?
Almost.
I'm like taking a nap.
So we're not.
She's taking a whole
Sasha
a
didn't
whole
see
full rest.
any of that.
Yeah.
She's not impressed.
She's gonna wake up
She's
and be like, "Chill, trees."
What happens for halfway?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did that affect the?
Oh, no. This is like a little off the side. Okay. Yeah. I'm assuming you're not drawing attention to the main path. They wouldn't know how to like center their camp exactly on where the path opened up because they can't see it. So it's off center a bit. And if anything, this might have given your troops more lumber to work with once again, without having to go into the forest to deforest.
I mean, again,
As the half split burnt log died out.
Oh yeah, like this spell also basically caused it to sprout with fungus and like grown anew.
Oh, the way that means that all the logs we had there
Yeah.
Or now covered in moss and vines.
and
Yeah,
vines.
okay.
But also, we're just gonna attract another volley.
What else we got?
we can still go down if you want to go down. There were.
I mean, we can't be here
we
when they
can.
get here.
They expect us up here. Well, some would think up here. But in the camp, there were cages with some humanoid type things in there
Friends.
that were pretty heavily guarded. I don't know why. It's not like they were eating them or anything.
Well, does Balthazar know of a way down?
Yeah, but also, you said you. Wait. No, I don't know that. How well do you know this area?
Considering I've been living here a number of years.
Have you ever been to below? Have you ever been below?
You haven't been in SoCal?
What's
San
San
Diego.
Diego.
I have, but not too far in the distance.
How did you get down there?
So there were a couple of ways. The safest one was a kind of dilapidated, sunken battlement tower that was built long before you or your clan or your people
Right
existed. Yeah. But from your knowledge, you know that a couple of years ago they stopped using it. They actually sealed it off for some reason. But that's all you know. Yeah.
They said a couple of ways, and then you only mentioned one.
Oh, sorry. That's the safest one. The other one is finding a tunneler a creature that creates burrows, and then like a large creature that burrows.
I'll say what again?
A large creature that burrows.
The name of the creature.
Oh no, that
Those
was
are
the name. It was a
something
descriptor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A tunnel.
A tunnel. Yeah. Like
Secret tunnel?
the secret tunnel.
God damn.
Secret tunnel in the mountain. Secret tunnel.
Okay.
So yeah, finding a tunneling creature that is large enough to sustain a tunnel that is secure, because usually these creatures will be able to traverse from the lower half of the cliff to the upper half of the cliff. That one's a little bit more dangerous, but because one requires you to hunt down the creature and find its lair, and then you would have to travel its maze-like lair to get down to the actual tunnel, and that could lead to potentially like a hive creature. Roll me a nature check.
D20.
Yes,
Yeah.
D20 add your nature modifier, nature skill modifier.
Nine.
14.
14. You know that one of the creatures that exist in the forest are these insect-like creatures that tunnel using acid. And their tunnels are fairly fortified though, because rather than burrowing and displacing earth, their acid melts through it and then actually solidifies the earth around the tunnel. They're a bit smaller, they're medium-sized creatures, so the tunnels won't be comfortable to travel through. They're actually quite small, but they're insects, so there's more likely to be a hive. You know there are other tunneling creatures, but those are the only ones that you've heard of the more courageous hunters using to get down in more covert ways.
Are you relaying this information?
Yes.
How far is this battlement tower?
It's about maybe half a day's journey to the. You guys came from the west.
Yes.
You guys came from the east towards the west. It's the armaments in which your clan you've actually traveled through. About half a day's journey to the west, and it's pretty hidden because the entire tower is actually submerged. The only thing that's appearing are the parapets at the top of the tower. And a half a day's journey.
Looking for the creatures. Or...
It would take it would depend on your skills as adventurers. It will probably lead you to a more discreet location, as the battlement towers do lead out of a ruins down the cliffside. So it's more noticeable.
Sneaky, hard way. Do we want the easy, not sneaky way?
We could also get lost anyway.
That's the other thing. That's why it's the hard way.
How long is the short rest?
An hour.
What time is it about?
It's just roughly. It was after lunch that you guys got the thing set up. It's about 4. Oh, actually, no, sorry, 2. He moves faster than the horse.
2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
I'm still asleep.
I mean, we could just go to that battlement and get the by night for camp out.
I'm going to say that during this time you guys are taking a short rest.
Yeah.
Cool.
Use hit dice if you need it.
Natural recovery.
Yep, you get your spell back.
Yay.
Do I use hit dice to you?
I can't
Flank
do
throws.
On short rest?
Third level spell.
I can?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Sure.
That's what your hit dice is.
That's what your hit dice are for. On short rest, you can
I
roll.
thought I couldn't do that.
I
No,
can
on short rest, that's when you
half
roll hit
more.
dice.
Right?
So you roll your hit dice.
Is it half or your roll?
Yeah, you can use however many you want, and then you retain them
Constitution.
on long rest.
The spell slots
So
can have a
roll
combined level that is
your
equal to or
HP,
less than half
whoever
your
used the
druid
level.
level rounded.
And then add your constitution.
Yeah, so then you're level 5, so 3.
Okay.
6.
You're level 6, so 3.
So I think we're level 5, so we should have 5 after that.
So 3.
So you can use all 5.
Don't worry,
You
everyone.
can gain back
You do this.
2 more
3
hit points.
first level spell
You
slots,
do 5 times if you want to heal.
1 second
You
level
can
spell
stop.
slot, or 1 third level spell slot.
No, don't just add that.
Or 1
So
second level
start
spell slot
adding,
and 1 first level
just
spell
add
slot.
until
It's
you
spell slot levels
like
that you gain back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
gain
For
to
the
second
one.
level.
Second level.
Yeah.
And did you spend the first level?
21.
Yes.
So you get back.
Cure wounds.
So you can gain back
27.
now.
So you
So
think all
that's
your hit dice?
3 in total. 1 plus 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like.
I don't think we're gonna be short rest.
Did we get them back when we long rest?
Yeah.
I do this again.
You might as well shoot.
It's 4. 9, 7, 8, so it's 12.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
No.
Did you even get it?
I cut -3.
You might as well top off. Until
Yeah. It's such a waste. I need
We're over there healing from the brink of death, and she's like, I did lose 3 hit points.
Sasha wakes up from her nap.
I'm gonna top off. What do you got right now?
Yeah, guys are
Huh?
What do you got right
Oh,
now?
I'm like,
You're full?
I'm full.
Okay. Okay.
I just top off.
You top off.
I'm good.
Let's take a quick 10.
Okay.
And we'll come back. Just so that water break. I can do water.
Do it.
But yeah, I'll leave the stream going. P.S. you need.
Oh, you
Yes, you did.
Right here. Let's see if you need. When I ask right here.
I'm so glad I'm almost out of lines.
Why?
We've had these lines for almost 2 weeks now, so
Or they dry out.
they're getting to that point.
Everyone's there, they're just dust.
Yeah.
They have no juice.
You cut one, just goes.
No juice.
Do you want to
It's no use.
Spider climb. It lasts far now.
Oh, how I miss spider climb.
He took it and pushed it out. He's like, oh yeah, I can climb up the mountain with spider. I'm like, yeah, you can.
Because I only have 3 spell slots for that level.
Well, it's 1,000 foot. No.
Is it 1,000?
Yeah.
It's 1,000 feet down?
It's 1,000 feet
I
down.
know.
I mean, 1,000 feet's not that far of a walk if you think about it.
Yeah, if you just walk down. You can't cast spider climb. You can cast spider climb on other people.
If you cast at a higher level.
Yeah. It says 1 willing creature.
What if you cast it at a higher level?
It doesn't say I can.
Oh, so never mind.
Yeah, it just says until the spell ends, 1 willing creature you touch gains the ability to move up.
Is it concentration?
Concentration up to an hour.
So you can only cast it 1%.
Did you make it? Alright, who's next?
I'm gonna
It's like,
drop
I think that's
concentration.
good.
What's that, like 20 feet?
Only
He's
hold
got
this
it.
for an hour.
Better hold for 20 feet.
Better run.
It's what? It's a D6 for 10 feet?
It's a D6 for 10 feet.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
The
It's 100
target
feet.
also gains a climbing speed equal to its walking speed. So
Yeah.
Oh, because you can walk.
Yeah, because you're
so
walking
can
down.
you see? Oh well, yeah, you can't dash. Can you dash with spider climb?
Yeah, double movement.
Oh, there you go.
yeah, but I can't cast it on all of you.
Well, we could do this slow and steady, walk down one at a time.
Yeah, no one has feather fall.
Wait, I was about to say, why didn't I pick wizard?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
have
Why
feather
didn't you pick the
Because I
How is the gin in Tasman?
Oh, it's
Because
good.
You could have gone.
Hey, you
I'm
should-
almost
You
done
could
though.
have gone the hard study nerd route. You had to go the easy way.
Of course I did.
You had to go the easy
My
way.
character's based very much on me.
That's true.
And she starts with the easy way out.
You paid the guy with the burritos.
Hey, the log thing was a really good idea.
Like you see, like the what are those called?
I'm so
Not the
sorry.
fly- like the guys that have like the they sell you tickets on.
No, he's not.
It's bound to
You
happen.
you
To me.
scalper.
The magic scalper.
I was like,
Everybody
1, 2,
does
3,
that.
4. Ah, fucking shit.
I
I'm
know.
at 4.
That's why when he rolled,
didn't
when he
die.
looked around, I thought he looked at me, and I was like, "All right, I guess we're getting hit by a ballista."
I know.
Because I was like, look, they get a lot like angle and trajectory. And I'm like, these are blind shots.
They
I'm like,
are.
these got to be like disadvantage rolls,
Yeah.
like complete misses.
You're like a damage man.
You know what? I thought it was a. I won't take full. I'm not.
I didn't blame you. I'm not blaming
No,
you.
no, not purposely. It's just like damn. And you're the one that's annoying shit for your
It's
HP.
just a good idea.
No, it's not a bad idea. It's just like shit.
It's just all the shit happens to me.
Yeah.
Oh, and
My
you're
shit
a
gets
dwarf.
stolen.
You get impaled.
You're a dwarf with an issue with orcs.
Well, dwarves don't like orcs.
Yeah.
On principle.
Yeah.
They also don't like elves.
No,
These
but-
are rude.
Well, it's not that we don't like orcs. We don't like elves. We just think they're pansies.
Fair.
Pansy.
Wait, so are like the orc lore from Skyrim similar to what it would be relationship wise to other races?
Orc lore.
Do you play Skyrim?
Yeah, I play Skyrim. I
So
remember orc lore.
orc lore. The lore.
Oh, the orc lore.
Yeah. So
similar.
insofar as like the relationship with
Basically, it's because racial from orcs has just been a racial war between dwarves and orcs,
Okay.
both on top and in mountains and everything.
Because I was thinking about the spider plan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one.
No.
No, he,
Oh.
he came up with it himself.
Oh, okay.
He can
Yeah.
do it.
No,
But-
he used to cast it. So.
I only have 3 spell slots for level 2,
Oh,
and
okay.
I can't cast it higher.
Yeah.
But I need to touch.
Wait. You can spend a higher slot to cast a lower spell, right?
Yes, you can, but the
Yeah.
thing is, it's just a waste of the
Yeah.
spell slot. Yeah.
So in theory, you can cast it,
I mean,
but
what
also
would,
you're just burning your higher spell slots.
Yeah, I mean, it's
would I be able to affect more than one person if I use
It's
it?
not concentration, right?
It is.
Oh,
That's why. So it's basically sending one person down at a time
And then are you
at
down
an
there yet?
hour interval.
It's about time that he made it.
It wouldn't have to last an hour
Yeah.
if it's concentration, right?
I mean, you can move 60 feet per 6 seconds.
Well, I wouldn't need it if we were to climb down because I have the climber's kit, so I can pine my way down.
Yeah, it would take you a little bit longer.
Obviously, it'll take me a lot longer compared to walking.
It would take you roughly like an hour to get down
Would you-
straight.
Would
Yeah.
you accept the half?
The spider climb, you would run down at 60 feet per. Hey, that's a 6 second. 60 feet, 600 feet.
600
per
feet
minute.
before it runs out.
No, 600 feet per minute.
Oh, so you
600
get there
per
in 2
minute, yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes. Yeah, but that's you. Okay,
Running.
here's the thing.
You're basically
You're
Spider-Man
sprinting,
running it down.
Like that's the difference between combat movement and regular movement. You're sprinting 1,000 feet.
So you're a Spider-Man when
yeah.
he's running.
It'll take you
beside
about 10
the
minutes if
of
you
the
do it like
building.
Just
a
a
regular
stroll.
pace.
10 minutes is still better.
Yeah.
Charlie Chaplin style.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna moonwalk down this
I mean,
cliff.
if you're willing to do that, it'd be the fastest way.
Are we not good? Not really.
I mean, technically stuff.
It's 9:30.
No.
Yeah, it's been 2 hours.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, it's been fast.
Okay.
So let's get back into it then. So, what's everyone doing? As you come out of your short rest, you feel a little bit more rejuvenated. Sasha, you feel a little bit better, breathing a little bit easier, but your clothes are now completely stained with blood. Same thing with yours, Galen. Your shift weave is like a little tattered. It's slowly mending itself back.
Well, I
That's
have
true.
mending too, so I'm just gonna.
Okay, so you
Men will patch it up, but not get the blood, right?
the
Press the
hole
station
in your chest is now mended up. That's a decision.
Clean up the blood.
The blood splatters onto the tree.
I don't know.
I did the same to my.
Same thing with yours. And then you cast mending on both your stuff. Sadly, his is magical, and as you cast mending on the item, you feel that your enchantment, your casting of mending, might conflict with the arcane enchantments on the shift weave,
It's alright.
and that it should just mend on its own from its own enchantments. But you did fix yours.
Anyone else got any
Question:
stains?
Yes.
Did it hit my necklaces?
Luckily, no.
It pierced you from the
That would
back.
be
Because
crazy.
story.
It pierced you from the back, so
Well, you
if it
never
pierced
know.
you to the front, it might have
And
been
it's not like it's
Yeah.
metal tipped. So like if it did, it would like tink and like move it out of the way because you slowed down most of its force.
Yeah, so if it pierced you to the front, then your amulet would be on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would have been a dead Sasha.
Yeah.
This should have been a dead Sasha, but
Yeah.
let's not talk about that.
She had enough HP for it.
Luckily.
Just enough, yeah.
So
It missed the vital organs.
your short rest ends. What do you all do?
So, as we're walking to the top of it.
What? We're doing the battlement?
Wait, what?
Oh, while you were out,
While you were gone.
we discussed our options to getting down the cliff. we can use an old tower that his people used to get down the cliff. Or we can look for some bugs in the forest that might be able to acid our way through by tunneling.
Well, we would be invading their hive while doing that. And they're not that big either, so the tunnels are kind of tight and we could get lost.
Be great for you, but not for the rest of us.
No, because I would probably die or something. So.
Acid land on face. Right, so battlements. What is my accent?
Also, going straight down the cliff, probably it would be the most exposed.
Yeah.
Like you're spending 10 minutes running down as like one shot, one kill.
You're like Goku on the cloud. You're running.
The cloud.
Yeah. No, like I'm like, is it the path from heaven?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We'll
to
just
the
go.
tower?
I say tower.
Yeah, that's good.
It takes about a day, but you're able to navigate through the forest with a guide who knows the area well, making it through, avoiding most everything. It's a quick travel with your compatriot. It reaches a little bit, half a day's travel with your guys' rest. You're reaching past the night as the moon grows in the sky, and you see light. The light of the stars begin to twinkle through. You see campfires begin to light below the cliff edge. You see that in total there seems to be 6 different encampments up against the cliff edge. Each one seems to be about an hour to 2 hours apart from each other.
What's the closest to the tower?
The closest to the tower, as you approach the tower, one seems to be about 45 minutes, like walking away, like from where the tower is down the cliff. It's about 45
Okay,
minutes
so
to
the
the
base of it.
like to the final to the next camp, and you see again the glowing red embers of the flame off in the far distance.
It's still 1,000 feet down, so. I was gonna say, can I see anyone like
That's
But-
dark.
As
Dark.
it's getting dark, you look down, you cannot. Okay. But you do see campfires. Around the campfire, you do see. Give me a perception check.
18?
18. You do see like 4 or 5 Goliaths sitting at a campfire, and but as the light dissipates from the distance, you can't see much more. One hill giant seems to be sitting right at the edge of the flame, and it seems to pick up one of the cages, and like you just see it pop it open and just pour whatever's in the cage into its mouth.
Ew.
You hear the screeching what sounds like monkeys.
Monkeys?
Yeah.
Have we been down this way before?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
How long does it take to get that?
Back when you were a kid, back when you were bought through, not that long, probably like it's a lot of stairs. Like you just remember a lot of stairs, and like it felt like all fucking day as a kid. But like if you think back, maybe like an hour, like just because you're going through a couple rooms and like it's going through an entire fortress. Like it's a fortress that's built up. So it's kind of like rather than going straight down, you're just serpentining down.
Would you know if there's only one way out?
Huh?
Would you know if there's only one way out when we get to the bottom?
Only the way that he's doing.
Are there any balconies or?
Like, are there like side ones? Does
Most
there
of
have
it
to be
has
fronts?
been like ruined into the earth almost molded around it.
Sure.
Like something pushed this structure into the cliffside.
Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't seem like any exits that were originally here would lead out the same way they used to when they were
What? I smell treasure. Shall we?
Why did you people close it up?
Hmm?
Why did you people close it up?
You don't know. It's been a while. Like you stopped talking. Like you
Yeah.
stopped having contact.
And look at the integrity of the tower.
I'm not too sure.
Sorry.
It's something that I've never questioned.
Give me an investigation check at advantage with your stonemason. You look at it and you don't see a tower. You see about 10 stone, almost look like gravestones in a square shape facing each other, and dirt covering this area.
Wait, great.
It looks
No,
as you
we look at edges of parapet.
as you come closer, you see that there is a small indent in the dirt here, and that there is a stone flooring, laid stone.
Can we tell that whether anyone's like been around?
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
12.
12. The integrity doesn't seem too destabilized, but you do notice that actually a good chunk lower has been exposed because of the sliding earth. And Balthazar, you also notice this, that because of the destruction of the cliffside that happened like a couple days ago, the ruins below look a lot more destroyed. Like a lot of rock stone has fallen down and slid into the area. It might be a trick also getting out once you get to the ground level.
So getting back up is going to be more of an issue.
Well, once you open up the door, like once you clear a path, you might be able to get back in. Yeah.
17.
Can I just do like Eyes of the Grave?
Okay. How long? What's the distance?
60 feet.
60 feet. As you're approaching, Sasha, and you see Galen and Garvac examining the tower, and Freya and Balthazar talking, you close your eyes and extend your presence and allow yourself to be a conduit of Anubis's omnipotence. You see the flicker of life of these four around you appear in your vision for a second and fade as now you're scanning for undeath. Around you, you don't sense anything. But then the sense extends down. And then suddenly you see 10 faint presences of undead.
That's what it's for.
Faint?
Yeah.
In what direction?
Directly below you.
So in the tower.
Okay.
Since it's also dark and it's not
Think.
something I haven't done in a while, can I try to see if I can get a ping on that hell presence before?
This is your
Maybe
primal
awareness.
awareness,
So I have a 5-mile radius.
5-mile radius. You need to do this in your favorite turn, right? No, right? It seems to be to the east,
Okay.
at the edge of the 5-mile radius.
How far did we travel?
You traveled from where you were, half a day's travel to here, about 10 miles.
Does it feel like it's moving?
You focus. You can tell if it's moving.
Let's see here. It says present general direction and distance. That's it. I don't know.
You wait a moment. How many times can you do this?
There's no cost with the
With the new one, right?
Yeah.
You focus again. Slowly but surely, it's moving closer.
Okay. I would be able to gauge how long it would take to get to our location there.
You felt it like it's like GPS but magical. So like it's more of a better ping. It's like you saw it and it maybe it moved, maybe it didn't.
Okay.
Like if it did move, it's moving towards you.
Okay. All right.
And it seems to be along your trail.
Okay. So while we're standing here deliberating, you guys remember that hell thingy?
I do. I'm just trying to figure out if anyone's been here recently.
Recently,
I let them know that I felt like I feel this below.
By faint, do you mean like not powerful? Talking skeletons here.
Does it feel like it's faint because it's far away? Right, I don't know.
it could be the stone. You can't tell.
I don't know.
I want a religion check.
in there.
Oh god.
That would be 10.
12.
12? Can't tell.
I don't know. Okay.
I turn to Balthazar. How do we get in?
Before that, a hell thingy?
Oh,
Oh yeah, I was trying to tell you guys. Remember that thing that I mentioned before?
So there's a door with a latch on it.
never mind. I know how to get in.
Okay.
I approached the left.
Sorry.
So while going back and forth too much, that thing from before, it's following us about 5 miles away.
Shit.
So we go down now. It's on.
Yep.
It's actually on our trail. It's not like in the general direction.
I'm gonna
We were getting tracked.
I'm gonna get
before.
hurt.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna open the door.
Okay.
I'm not gonna jump straight in.
And it's just a small latch. It's a bit heavy. You pull it, and you see chains like pull it so that it stays at an angle,
Mhm.
open. And you see that there is a set of not like metal bars that basically allow you to kind of ladder down
Right.
this tower.
Can I tell without entering yet how far down?
It leads about 10 feet down into a small chamber that has a small door. Not a small door, but like a door that leads directly out of it.
The door's closed.
The door is closed.
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt just straight down.
The room lights up and nothing.
There's nothing inside.
You see a couple of broken arrows, but nothing else.
I'm going down the ladder.
Yeah. So Galen, Garback follows next. You find yourself in this 9x9 room that just looks to be and you see the windows are there, like they're archery stations, but they're just completely covered with dirt and stone right now.
Is the door that I saw from the latch or from the hatch the only one?
Yes.
Come down. And I'm just
Do you
gonna.
want to take point, or shall I?
If we just close the door with
Calm down.
with the windows being covered in soil, would that limit our airspot?
No, there seems to be enough air
I
coming
mean,
in.
there's the broken part of it
Oh,
exposed
shit.
out.
I didn't think that was-
Come down, and then Godek's gonna take point.
Alright. Everybody in it very close with the behind us.
I slowly open the door.
You open the door.
Can you do any druid stuff to cover the hatch?
Good
You
work.
drew
What do I
craft something to cover.
Just on your way down.
He covers the inside.
We're locked in.
Plant growth. Just
No,
we're
no,
done.
no,
We're done.
Fine growth is too much.
Oh no, 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 no.
The vines come in. Oh
No, 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 no. Plant growth not home.
I think it'd be best if we didn't, in have a hasty retreat.
Hold on.
Going down.
Okay, as the hatch is closing, I'm going to
What are you doing?
prestidigitation some of the soil, some of the loose
Mhm.
soil around the hatch, just to like cover it.
Okay.
Alright.
You're the first one down. You feel like you did it.
No. Like after everyone's come down.
Okay. I mean, it's a closed hatch.
Like no one can tell.
I just want to like cover it a little bit.
Yeah,
Do you
no
not
one can,
stick your
you
finger
can't
out?
tell if you actually did. You have no visibility.
I know. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Also, how dark is it in here now that the door's closed?
It's dark vision. It's dark.
Oh, dark vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got our sight back. No, okay.
I've had it.
You
Yeah.
don't remember.
We don't remember. I can see in the dark.
I'm like, why'd you shoot a firebolt down?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can see.
You're just like, yeah, sure you do.
Yeah, I was like, what are you
I
doing
think
this for?
Sasha's the only one that.
Sasha has
I
dark
can see
vision.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do we all have dark vision?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
Orcs should too.
I don't know if orcs
We
do.
really
Um,
wanted to-
Also, when just
You all see the bit of dust.
What do I see through the
What
door?
did you do?
when okay, hold on, real quick. When there's like a half elf or a half orc, is it just assumed the other half is human?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
always
Yeah, it's
half
always
human.
human.
Okay.
Unless
no
you
crossbow.
specify in your background
That
for
it's
some
elf
reason
and
that
like
it's something
orc.
else, we will talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's probably
Well,
something
I
you
don't
have to work-
mind.
That's something you have to work with the DM because obviously you're not getting.
You get
all
like
the
weird
bonuses.
feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So,
While
You
he's
open
talking
the
about
doorway.
dusting.
so we're all just like, what is
I've been just opening the door.
You all, you four are at the door. As Garbeck opens it, you
Talking
see
shit.
about a 10-foot hallway that a 10-foot stairwell that just goes straight and hits a landing and turns turns right. Yeah, I got it.
I follow. I with my action hand. I'll follow.
So it's a straight. There's the only one path.
Yeah, it's just one path. So you'll file in. Garvac, you leading.
I go behind him.
I'll bring up the rear.
All right.
You want
So
me to do that?
bring up the rear, and then
No,
I'm
I
gonna
don't.
say
I'm
that
right behind Garbeck.
Balthazar has. I mean, there's 10 foot. You guys can fit two
Okay.
in one space, two at a time. I'm pretty sure Balthazar has to be somewhere to be guiding you guys through.
Well, if there's only one.
Actually, I was wondering if I can just conjure animals and send it ahead of us.
Oh,
Yeah,
to
good.
give us a warning.
Sick.
So you conjure woodland beings.
Conjure animals.
Okay.
What else?
So
It's heroes.
Is it?
I can, what's the challenge rating for owls?
0.
Zero.
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah,
can
owls
summon
suck,
8 of
so.
them.
So
8 owls in the middle of this
No,
tower?
No. I'm
What
a
a
flock of
rat.
owls.
7.
What a rat.
7 and a squirrel.
I will summon 5.
5. Still
They're just on there.
2 on each arm.
And one in his head.
Cute.
As they all turn, they all go "Whoo," in unison. They all fly forward at your order to scout ahead.
Mhm.
They fly forward down the hallway turn.
Because you did say that, I noticed that part of the tower is essentially
Yeah.
broken. Then I want to make sure that if one of them gets far enough, because they're just big, big creatures, I want to see how far they can get, and also if they see anything that might be.
Um,
With conjure animal, is it the same as when
No.
Freya does it?
Nope.
Okay. So he has complete like control of his body, and he can see what they're saying.
No, they're individual beings.
They're
Yeah.
just animals.
Yeah.
They're just
He cannot control them at a distance. They have to come back to him.
Okay.
to report back.
But
So,
I'm assuming since they're fade, they know how to get back to me if they.
Yeah. I mean,
They're your
they'll
source.
follow your orders until they can, then they'll come back. Which very quickly they fly down the hallway, turn. You wait a second, and they'll come back to you.
Oh shit.
Yes.
What's the oh, what do the owls say?
If they came back that quickly,
The door.
They can't turn a doorknob.
I start walking down.
That's exactly what it is.
I start walking down the stairs.
You walk down. As you turn the corner, you see opening up in front of you is the barracks, where weapon racks that have been raided and looted already. They're all empty. You turn to your left, and you see a door. Yeah. You know that this door leads into a war room that leads to the main tower structure that spirals downward towards
So
the
we have to go this way.
and that's the exposed structure now, the spiral tower.
I want to you said like things were looted, but I want to take a look around in here for anything that might have been hidden or obscured.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, not bad. Nice.
19.
19. You see Galen walks around, just kind of tapping different areas in the room, like moving the weapon racks around, trying to find anything that could be useful. As you're walking around, you kick a stone tile that is inset on under one of the actual weapon racks, and the stone shifts just a little bit.
I want to investigate further, but I don't really understand what you mean by what you just said.
It's a cover. Like
It's a false stone.
hidden false
Like
Oh.
a cobblestone, but
Okay.
it's
Can I check it for trap of any kind?
give me an investigation check.
It's 17.
17 doesn't look trapped.
I want to open.
You slide it open and you see a small pouch that's kind of stained with a bit of what looks like an almost strawberry colored. It's dry now, and as you pick it up, you hear what sounds like glass clinking, shards of glass clinking against each other, and one kind of bulbous kind of feeling.
I want to open the.
You open it,
Uh-huh.
and you see that there's shattered glass everywhere in the in the bag, but there's one file that is still untouched.
Do I know what it is?
You pull it out. It is slightly red and crimson in color.
Is it Optimus Fire?
Huh?
Is it Optimus Fire?
No.
No.
Healing.
Oh, is it a heal potion of healing?
Good. Give me an Arcana check.
That would probably.
It's 15.
15. It seems to be a potion of healing, but it's a little bit more crimson than the ones you have.
Stronger.
Brighter potion. We're assuming.
So it's a potion of healing, but it's better than a regular one.
Probably
Yes.
greater, probably.
Greater.
It is a superior.
Oh, shoot.
Nice.
Nice.
That's the
Good one.
best you can find.
Go on.
Specifically, what does mending do?
It just fixes like, oh, there's a hole. Let me just fix the hole.
Like if you if you busted a hole in a wall, it might fix part of it.
Yeah. Depending on how big it is.
Yeah.
It's only like a
mostly
5. No, I mean,
As long as the break or tear is no larger than 1 foot in any dimension, you mend it, leaving no trace of the former.
so it feels itself.
I'm trying to see if I can if using combined skills, we could reconstitute the vial.
No.
You
Well, the
fix the
vial
vial,
would get
but then,
fixed,
you
but
know,
not
You
the
can
contents.
fix the bottle, not the
Not the
potion.
contents,
Potion.
because
Can you fix this bottle for me?
with the mending.
She begins casting mending. It takes 10 minutes to cast.
Dang.
Never mind. It's
Mending,
fine.
it takes time.
Yeah.
But I do want to.
It's
As
something-
this is happening,
It's something that they fixed because in past games people kept using mending to fix things and selling them.
Mhm.
So now it takes in-game time to cast mending.
Never mind. But I keep the pouch full of glass.
Oh,
For
but-
later.
okay. So you have a pouch of half a pound of glass,
Half a pound of glass.
and it's like
How many were in there?
it's
Who knows?
it's hard if you don't know, but the bag is like it's a bag this big,
Oh,
and this much of it was red.
Okay.
That's how much of the potion was.
jeez. Okay. Oh, but I have like caltrips now, so that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moving on.
But it's like hardy glass too, because these are vials that are made to like support.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna keep those for sure.
So
Yeah. If we lay it on
you see in this room is a wider hallway, about 20 feet wide, that slopes downward. It's just a gradual slope that's like 80 feet long hallway. That's at it's a 20-foot descent down into what looks like a curved wall that has a door that's closed.
I don't see anything, right?
And-
Outside.
No, yeah. You see that the windows here, actually, you see there are every 20 feet, so 4 windows on each side. There are windows looking to the north that are covered in stone, and the ones to the south, 2 are covered in stone, and 2 look out, and you see outward into the cliffside, out of the cliffside.
As I go down, I'll peek through and see.
You peek through, and you see that you're at least 40 feet lower now, and you can look through and in down, and you see off in the distance is some camps. And you look to your
I'll continue down
Back
after. Yeah, I'll continue down.
you
towards the door.
see the tower that has been exposed.
I'll continue down towards the door.
You get to the door and you reach up to it, and it is locked.
locked, not
What
obstructed.
kind of door is this?
This is a wooden door with metal framing.
I got easel teams too.
Let me just light it on fire. Well, no, there's not much ventilation in here.
Want to try?
So,
Who knows a local Mora?
I'm going to Harry Potter wedding tomorrow.
oh yeah.
And I'm like really excited.
I'm super excited for you.
Okay, so I'm just rolling a proficiency, and then what am I adding? I don't
Dexterity.
know.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of
You
hand.
Yes.
I heard Hermione's actually.
Oh. I wanted to wear yellow because I'm on purple club,
Okay.
but I don't have any like nice
That was
like.
natural.
It was
Like,
a natural one.
Roll.
The other dice.
Did roll off too?
No,
No,
it
it
bumped
hit
another
his
dice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Man.
You hear, and you pull out, and you see
Fucking
your pick has broken in the lock.
Can I,
DC has gone up.
will the DC go up if I do some magic on the door?
Do what?
I have more than one lockpick. It's a set of lockpicks.
But it's
Maybe try again.
But that you have a finite amount of them.
Yeah, but
Okay,
I
how many
don't
do you
see
have?
us. I
Can we
don't know.
use mending on them? When they break?
Oh.
You would have to get it out.
you can-
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will pull out the maul
Uh,
that I took from the mountain.
Okay.
Would you like to try again?
If you want, you're welcome to do it.
May I try something
I feel like you've
first?
been waiting to use that, so
Garvac wants
What do
to
you
fight.
got?
go ahead.
I can't. Well, I mean, it's not like a. I want to Eldritch Blast, but just the lock.
I'll just knock it off.
I'm gonna do it before I swing.
Yeah. Okay. I can fire both of my Eldritch Blast. Like I'm gonna be
Okay.
probably
5 foot
from
away
here,
from it.
from here to where the mic is,
Uh-huh.
and just like.
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
I always make you make me roll Arcana checks.
Well, things like that.
You're an arcane caster.
14.
14. Focusing on the lock, and you hear. Ding.
Oh.
You look in, and looks like the lockpick has shot through the inside.
Oh, thanks.
And then all right, it's yours.
Go ahead.
I'll take a swing at it.
All right. So, take a swing at it. You go ahead and roll me athletics.
Do you want
Oh,
the
sure,
red?
go ahead,
Roll
as quietly
make that
as
an
possible.
attack roll.
Yeah.
Oh, attack roll?
Yeah, that was an attack roll.
Okay.
I mean, there are some undead things. I want to get a fighter.
Still 17.
17. All right.
I'm oddly less scared of things today. I don't.
Roll for
It's been a
damage.
while.
plus 3, 13.
10, 13. You see the wood begin to splinter a bit as you're hitting right where the hinges are. Sadly, this door opens outward towards you, so hitting it this
You
way,
jammed it.
it will eventually go down, but it's not gonna like fling it off. You're trying to
Is
break
there-
the actual
so-
hinges themselves.
Did it only knock the lock pick out, not the doorknob?
No, yeah.
Yeah, so we can pick up the lock.
Oh, I was just
So
thinking,
go
knock
ahead
the
and
doorknob
roll
off.
again for your second attack.
Wait, why don't you knock the doorknob
I
off?
was thinking of smashing right where the lock's at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It dents in a bit. Go ahead, try again.
That would be a 8.
8? Yeah, I mean, it's not dodging you.
The door's like, excuse me.
That would be a 11.
11. Ting! You hear it peeks in a little bit as you see the door does kind of move, but you see that the locking mechanism is bending in a bit, but you're still not pushing the door far enough for it to actually either snap the hinge off, that lock off, or breaking it off. So go ahead and roll me one more attack. Right at this point, it's unpickable. You've broken the lock.
That's a natural 1.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
And you see the door pushes in just a little bit more as the lock almost kind of jams a little bit. It's going to make it a little harder to actually push it through, as it now looks like the lock is fortifying at an angle that almost makes it not give leverage.
Can I go back in time a little bit?
No.
What do you got?
Could I have, and just humor me here, could I have mage handed and opened the door from the other side?
No, you need vision.
Okay,
You need to be able to see it.
got it.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead and give me one more attack.
That's a 3 on the dice roll.
3.
9. It's not going anywhere.
Just not
No.
getting away. So it takes it about an hour, but you see Garback, as you all kind of stand back, he's just just constantly slamming at this door. Your muscles are kind of getting fatigued, as it's one thing to hit someone's body because shock follows through.
Yeah.
You feel the shock coming back
Ricochet,
into your body. You take 1 point of exhaustion as you slam through the door. The lock finally, tink! The door doesn't fly open. It just is hanging there slightly ajar as it bounces back towards you. Just the hinge goes towards you.
I go through the door first and grab the piece of lockpick that flew out.
As you walk into the door, you see there inside is this large circular table that you've seen many times, Balthazar. This is a table of what was, when you originally had been come as a child, was an empty room with a circular table and 11 chairs.
Oh, no.
Now, in every single one of the chairs is a body of what looks like a well-armored warrior.
How many?
Clad 10. 1 seat is empty. All of them clad in silver or what looks like almost glistening armor that's been tarnished for years, like hundreds and hundreds of years of tarnish. This looks like, and each one of them have sunken eyes, and in front of each one is a chalice that has been knocked over, and all of them are armed with blades at their sides. And as Galen walks in, you see their eyes begin to glow as each one of them looks up, and their chalices brighten.
Oh,
I see this happening. Forget about the lockpick and cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Icy armor appears around you.
I just picture you
Yes,
backing up and like looking
The one that
Close it. This is not the right way.
Xanathars, can we get Xanathars?
I have her.
I have
So-
turn undead automatically, right?
You have Terminal Undead. That is not a grave cleric thing. That is a cleric
That's
thing.
just- oh, it
that's
is?
a straight
Yeah,
up
it's
cleric
cleric.
thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But are they undead, or is this like a time thing?
No,
where-
so just turn undead makes them run away.
Yeah.
Which
You see none of them moving towards you. All of them, their eyes begin to glow as each one of them awaken. Their cups light, and they all look around at each other.
Like they're reliving.
You can't tell. They're just looking around at each other.
they didn't look at him.
The ones on the far end of him, the ones that like would be facing you,
Yeah.
you coming in, like it's a large circular chamber, probably roughly. Sorry.
50 feet wood. Or cube.
No, we don't need it. Since the table's already so taken up, we're gonna do theater of the mind if we do English style.
Okay.
You could always set it up in
If-
front. You could always set it up in front of your wall if anything, because you have space up there.
Yeah. About 60 feet in radius.
The table alone, or the
Diameter.
room?
No, the
The
room.
room.
And then the table is roughly about 30 feet in diameter. And
In the center.
yeah, so it's 15 feet.
So we're missing one person sitting at the table.
Yeah, at the
Is that?
farthest end
I figured.
from you.
Uh,
And all of them seem to look around.
like they're looking for someone to cue them.
What do these figures, do they resemble any kind of race? Or
They all look humanoid, but their armor has interesting flares to them.
Do they
Can I
do they have
tell?
flesh?
Huh?
Are they skeletons?
Their flesh is sunken in and almost rotting.
Oh, so not mummified.
Not-
Okay.
a little bit.
Very close to being mummified. I'm
Okay.
sorry. What do you want to do?
I don't know. I just want to see like if I can like do I like what do I know out of this
History check?
situation?
Yeah.
You want me to religion check?
Ooh.
What'd you get?
19.
19. You've heard of many different types of undead. And one of them that always stay with you is the Revenant. Creatures that have powerful ties of revenge that tie them to life, that when they die they cannot go on. They have to seek out retribution. They have a target, they have something that they must complete before they're allowed to pass on. These have that glowing look of passion in each of their eyes as they gaze around and look at each other. And there's one sitting across from you, gaze up and look at you, Galen, but they don't seem to react to you as they see you and they look around.
Do they see me?
They see you. They look past and they look at all of you, matching each of your gaze. They look around and
Would I recognize that as well, considering?
roll my religion check.
So they want revenge on the person that poisoned them. Obviously, they were all poisoned. So we don't sit in the extra chair.
13. Fair enough.
What was
In the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to talk
all in favor of just like
to them. I want to talk to them.
Can you look around the room outside of the table? Is there anything that stands out?
In the room outside, like the
Like-
hallway.
No.
like besides them.
It's still in the room, but outside of the table that they're all sitting at. Is there any other like
Looking
standing
around, you
cabinets or something
see
like that?
any artwork, any banners have been torn off, burned, or destroyed.
Okay.
Most things have been taken.
Any cups lying around?
No.
That are not on the main table.
There is one cup that is a little bit more ornate that's emblazoned into it at the empty chair. The rest of them have these almost silver-looking goblets that in front of them, and all of them are still looking around.
I'm going to whoever's closest to me of the ones that are sitting.
Mhm.
I'm going to say, "Do you seek peace?"
As you say that, one of them turns to you. We know not what we seek, only that none may leave until we find it.
None of them.
Yeah, they can.
Did you ask that?
No, I'm just like not about like we can go. Right?
You don't know.
We don't know.
Shit.
All of them have one hand on Wicked.
What happened to you?
You asked that, and another one, a more burly looking one sitting across, he has this large plate armor that like stacks up with these ornate pauldrons that come off his shoulders that resemble almost like the wings on the dragon gate of Unity. He sits there and he looks at you. We were attacked, trapped here for days, months. Rations were going. Our soldiers have fled. But we stood in faith. But one sought to escape and sacrificed his brothers. Where is he?
What kind of a like? You said there was a dragon emblazoned on the biggest chalice.
Mhm.
Like, what is it? Is there anything, any identifying markers on it? Anything
Roll
that?
me an investigation check.
Can I do so as well?
Huh?
Can I do so as
Eight. Galen, you walk over to the cup.
I'm not touching it. I will not touch the
You
cup.
just look at it, you can't tell anything. Walk over Freya. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Are they like? Can I tell like were they human or like
13?
what species?
Yeah.
they were?
Give me an investigation check.
Oh my god.
One.
One. We're rolling trash.
From what you can tell, they all look humanoid to you. Their features have been sunken and destroyed and decayed over time.
Are there any drastic?
One of them definitively, though, looks like a dragonborn skull because the shape is just so different. But that's the only one you can tell is different. You roll 13.
Yeah.
You walk over to the chalice as it's hard to see the light in the room, but you do notice everyone's chalice is the same. Because there's no light, you can't see color. Everyone's chalice is of the same reflectiveness, but the one that you approach, the chalice is the same reflectiveness, but the emblazoned insignia on it seems to almost be stained, if anything, with a darker hue, but you can't tell color entirely.
Can I make up the insignia?
The insignia looks like the head of a dragon.
Oh, that's like
Without touching it, you can't tell anything.
So when he was a child, he came through here and there was no one there.
Yes,
Okay. So
you could ask him that.
Have these folks always been here?
Not to my recollection.
right. Okay. So when's the last time you came through?
While he's whispering to him, I'm going to ask all of them.
30 years old. No, not 30.
How do I word this?
Definitely more than 7.
Do you wish to
More than
leave
7.
here?
We wish to join our Savior in the eternal resting place.
Who
But
is
we have
this?
not felt his presence in a long time.
The old paladins.
What is the name of your savior?
They all kind of look at you now as you ask this.
Of course, the hell being is.
Name. What is his name? As they all start looking down and they start looking around confused, as almost a look of a senile old man on each one of their faces now. their eyes go from this blazing like intensity to this dull, lost look as they start looking around. You hear them each like, hey,
How did he save you?
as a good, as a parent watches over their child, a deity watches over their followers.
So the god. Well, if it's associated with unity, then Baphomet with them, right? Is that the main?
Maybe a
religion?
dragon?
Yeah, Baphomet.
Baphomet.
Or Bahamut. Or no.
Uh,
The platinum
Who
dragon.
says that?
The platinum.
You say that?
Yeah, platinum dragon.
No,
As you say that, all their
no,
eyes
no.
light up as the blue flame in their eyes just flicker a bit. The platinum one, the father of all, justice bringer. You see one of them begins to shift. We are the order of the platinum dragon.
Who is the one that left?
Our leader.
How?
Do you have a name? What name does he go by?
Rorschach.
Can you spell that?
Roshak.
Okay.
They're the order of the platinum dragon.
He was. He sat here. The final line of defense in the Great War. We held our ground as the great deceiver arose. The mighty platinum descended from his throne. And suddenly, they were gone. We no longer heard his voice. We no longer felt his presence. The deceiver did something.
Who is this deceiver?
Rorschach is the leader of order.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Rorschach.
Oh, he's the deceiver?
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
No.
a greater, powerful, evil.
And so Rorschach is the one that left them.
Yeah.
Is the one that trapped them here, I would assume.
Roll me a religion check.
Me?
Yes.
14.
14. You know that as a cleric of death, you know that there are enemies to the domain of death who seek to corrupt that which you protect. You know that with every good aligned god, there are those who seek their fall or their enemies. You know of Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon, as the Seeker of Justice, or as he was the Seeker of Justice. You have not met any clerics of Bahamut. There are only acolytes that exist because there just hasn't been any who have come forth with the power of Bahamut channeled through them. The deceiver that he speaks of sounds like the enemy of Bahamut, the Queen of Dragons, the Queen of the Chromatics, a fiend known as Tiamat.
Chromatic.
Would I know that?
Yeah, the deceiver is one of her many names.
Yeah.
I can help
So-
you I can help all of you.
How?
I can bring you peace. Help you find what you need to find.
You have brought us back our memories. You have spoken the name of our Savior and reminded us of our purpose. To find the traitor who sacrificed all of us. What brings you to this place?
We need to find a way down.
We're passing through.
You seek to pass through the halls of the Platinum Dragon.
If we may.
This revenant shifts.
Which one?
The one who is seated next to
The
the
head.
head, the one who's a little bigger.
There is safe passage for you here. We will aid you where we can. If it helps us find the traitor.
Of course.
Yeah, wait, thank you.
What else can you tell us of Rorschach?
Rorschach?
Rorschach.
Each one of them looks around, and one from the side.
I was the last to fall. As I saw my brethren draw their last breath, fire laid siege on our tower. Rorschach laughed, and his form changed. He became an emissary of the deceiver, a vile creature. One known as an Abishai.
How do you spell that?
Abishai.
And is that something I'm familiar with? I'm sorry to ask.
Roll me a religion check. At
Can I
advantage.
do that as well?
Yes.
10.
10.
Come on. Trash rolls. 6. Doesn't matter.
The realm of Tiamat is one that is not familiar to you.
Really?
She may be part of the night. She might be in, but she's not in the same
That's
hierarchy.
true. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He seeks the ruin of all things, just as his master proclaims it. That is why we must find him. He must face the dragon's judgment.
We're facing an somewhat seeming insurmountable foe. It seems that they would undo all the work that the people before us did to bring a nation together, one that perhaps you don't know of. That they brought a great deal of order to the world. Does that sound like something that the Rorschach might have sown?
What are you asking?
I'm kind of trying to see if I can,
Just wait until our pause.
by suggesting,
Before you do that. Is Anubis like homies with Platinum?
No.
Not necessarily homies. Like they're on the same side. They're not
Hey,
friends.
bro.
They don't know each other, but
acquaintances.
They're acquaintances.
They see each other.
But I feel like
weeks.
we're kind of like aligned because he wants judgment, and mine is also
It's
kind
justice.
As
of.
justice.
Yeah.
Justice.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yours is
Anubis is judgment. He is almost neutral in alignment, if anything.
justice
Yeah.
is lawful.
He's like, Bahamut is 100% lawful good. Like, you do bad things, you die.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can sway them to help us.
The last time you did that, we lost a tree.
He's already done.
I'm not trying
He's already
to
done.
deceive them. I'm not trying. Like I don't
Roll
know.
me a persuasion check. You can use your inspiration.
I will definitely use my inspiration. Does that mean I just rolled twice?
No,
Right,
roll,
roll
and
D10.
add your d10.
So roll D10 with it. And that helps out. It's 13.
It's persuasion?
Yeah.
13 plus your persuasion.
Okay, so 13, 16.
16.
If you seek balance and order, if it aligns with our quest to find our quarry, we shall offer you what assistance we can. We have been here for many years without memory, asleep for hundreds, centuries, till we were awakened.
What is it that awoke you?
We did.
No.
No, because it was here before.
No, because they weren't. They've been there the whole time, but he's
Well,
never seen them.
Yeah, he's been here and he's never seen them.
Something else woke them up.
Something foul. Something that has resurged in the world. We must seek our master.
Will you come with us?
I'm not really
I don't think they
good at
can leave.
Should
Is
our
the-
paths align,
You will aid us.
we will aid you where we can. Then we shall leave for our own quarry.
They mentioned earlier that they can't leave that room though, right?
That was before you mentioned Bahamut.
Oh, I see.
Okay. So it was like freed them to an extent.
You feel like
Is the
you've rekindled
assumption-
their memory.
Is the assumption they're Master Bahamut or
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can assume that they're referring, every time they refer to like a deity or a higher power or some type of like person they serve, it is Bahamut.
One way you might help us, should you find that you wish to, is there a way out of this hall that will I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to find a sneaky way out that will obscure us from wandering eyes.
You see a kind of scrawnier looking revenant from the other side of the, from closer to the door you came in.
There are many ways in and out of this battlement,
doesn't mean that's all there?
Well,
but with the centuries have passed,
And he looks around
things have changed.
as he sees the window behind the northernmost edge of the table is completely covered by stone.
Much has changed.
Can you describe to us what Rorschach looked like before he changed?
A powerful warrior, clad in platinum armor as we are. Strong, human. His eyes show brilliant, white. He showed the light and the beauty of justice. At least up until the final days. It was then the rage of war devoured him. We saw the darkness grow, but we followed.
And then the one that spoke earlier, who spoke of his transformation.
The last one.
He no longer looks like himself. His visage is a mirror of his mistress, a consort of hers.
So he looks like a dragon.
I was gonna assume a dragonborn. That looks like that shade color.
You see the
Right.
dragonborn looking one.
Twisted as you may be, you will never be dragonborn.
But
Could be.
What color?
red. The Tiamat's.
Yeah. Two months.
Well,
She
she
has
has-
all
She
colors.
has 5 colors.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I never trusted Ezrin.
his last name is Shadowmaya. Not that means anything.
Those other-
There's others too, plenty there.
You see, as you're all discussing, the large one stands up.
As we sit here and wait, we lose time.
He stands up.
We shall guide you to our front gates and lead you from this place. This time we begin our journey.
Hang on.
As he stands up, his armor almost begins to shimmer as you see the tarnish fades from it, and his blade rust begins to break off of it as he pulls it out, and you see the shimmering white light emit from it. As it emits, the room fills with light, and you see now the mark on the cup is a stain of blood on the face of the dragon. That is definitely not the symbol of Bahamut. It looks very definitively like the face of a red dragon, though you've never seen a dragon in your lifetime. Each one of them stands up now. As this one draws its blade, it burns radiant light and dims into just this minor glow. And you see all the armors just begin to untarnish and become this beautiful platinum armor. And each of them dawns. And all 10 of them arise. And they stand and await for your movement. And they point you to the door to the south.
You go towards it.
With that, we're going to call that tonight's session.
Holy shit!
But
Because we have ourselves a kind of army.
that's we don't.
No, they're not going to stick around for us, but for now,
I mean, they'll make sure we get.
they'll get us out of the
You
building.
never know.
That's if
But
there's
escape.
stuff that-
You could also use them to help you assault at least one.
That's what I'm saying.
It bolsters your numbers a bit, if anything.
Mhm.
And what you know about Revenants is that these guys die and come back
They come back in the day.
in 24 hours. Maybe not in the body they have now, but they'll come back.
Oh,
Are these like the ones that we fought up in the mountain?
No,
No.
those were different.
Those are like zombies? No, they were. What were they?
Those were whites.
Oh, wait.
So with the
Those ones were enchanted differently.
wait, so they would
Those ones
appear
are
back
cursed.
in the war room
Huh?
in 24 hours?
No. So however that works is
Body.
basically they will their souls will depart from the body that's destroyed
Yeah.
and find a new body, a new corpse.
Okay.
So basically, a revenant ability. We're going to call that third session night. Thank you for anyone who came in to watch us. Bye. And
Wait, so with their armor